Let's get nasty on a Thursday. It's the Fast Night on 101 ESPN with Andrew Marsh, Kerry Davis, and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter, 201, your time check, brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler. So John Cooper and Jordan Binnington met a few weeks ago at the Lightning Hotel when Tampa was here in St. Louis. Two had a great conversation, according to our guy, Andy Strickland.
Strict nasty.
Enjoyed a Guinness or two, and Cooper confirmed his belief in Jordan Binnington, who left the meeting feeling confident knowing he'd been given an opportunity to be the guy for Team Canada. Binnington just rewarded Cooper with a shutout performance today.
What?
Against the Czechs.
How did that happen?
Well, some Blues fans.
I mean, he sucks, right? Aren't we supposed to be mad at him?
Some Blues fans may have had the reaction that you just did.
Wow,
Jamie?
really?
Like, why can't we get this version of Jordan Binnington? Well, here's the question. And I'm just spitballing here. Team's way better in front of him.
What are you talking about? You think that team's better than our team?
Well, yeah, but I also think that team's probably better than any team in the NHL.
Maybe in the world.
Or the world. We'll find out, right?
Yeah.
But it stands to reason that Jordan Binnington gets better performances in front of him. And, I don't know, he posts a shutout.
Yeah. And listen, that Czech team was a pretty good team. They had 26 shots on net. And we have to remember that every game that they're playing, although Canada could be, at least one of the two best teams in the world. The USA is right there with them. It's going to be a clash of the Titans. Can't wait. But all these other guys are the best players in the world, too. That's why they're at the Olympics. This is the best on best, minus Russia, of course. Sorry to piss you off again, world. But best on best without the Russians playing in this tournament. So every shot that he faces, it's not just like... They weren't playing Italy, is what I'm saying. They're playing...
That was yeah, you knew how much he was hurt by the performance of Italy. Those guys, I mean,
his team hung on
93% of the shots.
They hung on for like 47 minutes. They did a great job.
The starting goaltender for Italy. Last name escapes me, probably ends in a vowel, though.
It's an A, I think.
It's Clada.
Yeah. Him.
C-L-A-R-A.
9-something save percentage.
Yeah.
Yeah, 93%.
So,
yep.
I still don't know where the problem is, but...
No, you said this isn't Team Italy.
It's not Team Italy. Team Italy is not as good as the team from Czech.
Okay.
But either way, Jordan Binnington made the saves. And you mentioned about the better team, whatnot. Here's a quote from Binnington. It says, "We're a strong team. They give me access to see and do the job good tonight." So his teammates give him the access to see the puck and let him do his job.
Is that important?
It's a big thing, yeah. It's a big thing.
So they don't have people like camping out in front of the net?
No, not really.
They kind of move bodies from in front of the goalie because otherwise the goalie can't see.
Or they play good defense, stick on puck, eliminate opportunities, take away passing plays, all that stuff. Now, that being said, one would think, well, that makes it easier for the goalie. Well, yeah, it is, but you still got to make the save. So I think that it's an interesting situation here right now for Jordan Binnington and Team Canada. John Cooper has not wavered with his confidence for Jordan Binnington, said that he'd be given an opportunity to be the guy, and he started today, got the shutout. I fully expect Logan Thompson to play the next game because you have to get more than one goalie going in this tournament just in case of, knock on wood, any injury that might happen. Or if someone underperforms, you can't throw a guy in there first time in like the semifinal. He's like, oh man, I'm in the Olympics. Whoa.
Good luck, kid.
So I fully expect us to kind of go back and forth a little bit. But Jordan Binnington got the net first and did what he had to do. Made every save that was presented to him. And that means a lot. So, it got me thinking to myself, how much could Jordan Binnington help a contending team? Because you got to look at this as the best players, right? You're thinking the best players, Team Canada. Some of the best players in the league or some of the best teams in the league are still looking for a goalie. So if, let's say you're the Oilers, let's say you're, I don't know, take another team in the East, or if there's an injury, whatever the case may be, what could he do for a contending team? And therefore, what would they be willing to part with to pick up a Jordan Binnington.
Okay, so let me counter your two questions with another question.
Yeah, give me questions.
What would it take? What would it have to take for the Blues to move on?
From Binnington?
Yes.
Oh, boy.
What is the point of no return on this? You don't
I think a first-round pick. I think a first-round pick for sure. You have to take the deal. Because
it's going to be a late first-round pick, though, because you're going to trade into a contender.
You will be.
Okay.
But you got 1 year left of Jordan Binnington after this. Who knows if you'll be able to maximize it next year because there won't be an Olympics.
Right.
So if, let's say, the team is mediocre next year again and the numbers aren't great, then you're getting a third or fourth rounder or maybe a low-end prospect for Binnington to get out from under his contract.
Well, I mean, people have brought this up, and Jamie, you have been very reluctant.
I don't want to trade him. I don't. But if someone floats you a first-round pick or a top-end prospect for the goalie, you have to entertain it.
Mm-hmm. Do you have to get a goalie back in return as well?
I don't think so. I mean, you could.
I mean, should you? Because you're
not going to get a goalie of relevance back.
No, I understand that, but you don't want to have Hofer to play the last 25 games, 30 games straight, do you?
No, but you can call a guy up.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he wouldn't play them straight. You'd call a guy up anyways.
It would help the organic tank.
It certainly would, Marsh.
It would help it.
Maybe.
Unless that guy is like Patrick Waugh or something.
Well, Joel Hofer.
Oh yeah, he could be too.
Blues have they have one more games, I believe, under with Hofer in net.
He can't play every game though. I mean, he could.
I think you got to force him to.
Connor Hellebuck almost did.
I think you got to force him to.
But look how that ended.
You want the net
last year?
Get in there every night.
It's just not feasible, Anthony.
It's easy to play goalie, right, Jamie?
I told goalies for years, you get the easiest job, just stop the puck.
Yeah.
I'm not asking you to skate. I'm not asking you to pass.
You
I'm
don't
not
have to
asking you
skate.
to score.
You don't have to shoot.
You just have to get in the way.
Yeah.
I did it all the time. I got in the way without all the goalie gear. I'm like, it's not so hard.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it is.
Maybe
it's a little bit hard. Maybe
extremely hard.
A little pressure, probably.
Tell him Wash.
Yeah, tell him Wash.
Anthony, I got some news here for you that you might like.
What's up?
Wow.
I'm looking at the gold medal count thus far, and those damn Italians are leading.
What?
You know?
Why'd you call them damn Italians?
This is like for emphasis.
Yeah.
Like
He's
in a good way.
No, I felt like you didn't like them.
No.
Hey,
Come on, man.
damn Italians.
Nah.
I'll
Those Italians, Anthony.
I'll
That's
allow
better.
it. Do you know why? Do you know why I'll allow it? You know why? Because Carey said it with his hands.
You saw it. I was moving my hands. I understand.
Yeah.
I didn't appreciate the way
he knows
you
how
were
to speak
moving them.
Italian.
Those damn Italians, they are rocking and rolling,
see
man.
that?
I don't know if I like it.
Hey,
I feel
I'm not even Italian. I don't know if I like
I
it.
feel comfortable now because he's throwing all kinds of digits
Now
at me.
yeah.
It's kind of weird leading your own tournament, you know? You guys ever have like a tournament of some sorts as a child and then you end up winning?
They're just a host tournament.
Nah, they are.
They're
Yeah.
just a host. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. But, you know,
It's not
you
their
know what I'm
tournament.
saying,
They're just
though.
the host. You know?
I think the judges might be partial.
Right.
I'm not saying that.
No.
They're probably being muscled. Let's just be honest.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
There's a lot of fedoras in the front row at the figure skating. That's all I'm saying.
The style.
you're all leading. Keep it up. Keep up the good work now.
Thanks.
Well, we know one medal they won't get.
Well,
Oh, boy. Wow.
he brought you down, Anthony. I picked you up.
Yeah,
he
he did.
kicked you
And
right.
he body
dropped me.
slammed
He
you.
damn sure did.
He
From the
said, hey,
top
Kerry,
rope.
hand him over for a second. I'll take him from here.
From the top rope is what he just did.
You feel good now, Marsh? You feel good about
Are you
that?
not cheering for the United States?
I am.
Okay, then what's the problem?
Jamie's got 2 squads. Hell, he's got 3 in some sports.
Yeah, only 2 in this one.
I can't root for my
Not in hockey,
countrymen
kid.
and my
Countrymen?
long distant ancestors.
You can root for them in a different sport.
Well, obviously we're obviously Italy's not going to be there in the championship of hockey.
That kind of attitude they're not going to be.
Look, guys, we all saw the game. They gave up 60 some odd shots yesterday. All right,
Okay.
generated next to no offense.
They scored 2
But they
goals. There were a couple big
They-
goals.
yeah.
There's 2 goals on
Hey,
4
honestly, the
shots.
percentage.
The percentage was
A couple breaks away from winning that game.
If the tournament comes down to shot
One line
percentage,
goalie away from winning that game.
yeah. Shot percentage, I think we'll be okay.
Yeah.
If Clara doesn't get injured,
Man, anything
that's
could
a
happen.
one-goal game.
Yep.
Because that other goalie is not in the game.
I don't think he was a goalie, actually.
He was hard to hit.
Yeah, I think they.
I don't think he
they
wanted to
asked
be
him.
hit. He moved out of the way twice.
I think they asked him to play right before he went in.
He's like,
and
okay.
he goes, all right, I can do this.
He was actually the fourth man on the bobsled team.
He was.
I said, we need a guy.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
They're like, it's just like the bobsled.
Literally, you have to wear a helmet, just like the bobsled.
Nothing. He got in there. He's like, this is nothing like the bobsled. What are you guys talking about?
Why did that guy just fire a cannon at me?
By the way, we have received multiple text messages to the Air Comfort Service text line asking us to please not give Team USA updates as they.
How do we feel about that? Oh, my God, goal. No, I'm just kidding.
No, he's kidding. He's kidding. He just started. He's kidding.
I say we don't because they do replay these games later on tonight.
I watched the Slovakia
I
game.
say
You're not doing any updates in the update?
we refrain.
All right.
It'll take a tremendous amount of restraint for all of us.
What the hell? We're only a
us
sports
to
show.
not
We're only a live
react.
sports show. Why would we have live sports updates?
Well, maybe
I'm with
Mara
you.
should put a poll out there really quick.
Well, half the game could be over
You know
by
what?
then.
You know,
No, you
hold
put it
on.
out there for 10 minutes.
Let me state this.
Just a quick poll showing.
Let me state this. Okay.
How are we going to do this?
If you're Jamie, if you're willing,
If I do that, that poll stays on the internet forever. You know that.
You can take it down. It's happened.
if you're willing to listen to us, just to avoid watching the game, and we got you. All good. We won't give you any updates.
How are you going to, if you're YouTube watching it, how are you going to avoid Carey just about...
Man, I
You have no idea. You have no idea what he's reacting to.
Kind of, sort of.
No idea. No. All right. It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. Are the concerns about the Cardinals' future spending fair? We've heard a fair amount of Cardinals fans. In fact, I saw somebody in the Snake Pit said something similar to this yesterday where, we're just going to turn into the big market spenders farm system. We're just going to develop these guys. We're not going to sign them. Is that fair? What is that based on? We'll dive into that next on 101 ESPN. It's the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN with Andrew Marsh, Kerry Davis, and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. I saw a comment in the Snake Pit yesterday when we were talking about the Cardinals, and this comment wasn't unique because we've seen it on the text line, and we've heard some Cardinals fans kind of complain about it. Do you guys think that the Cardinals just become the next version of the Rays in that they develop players and then they trade them without bringing them back? Because we keep saying that we think that the Cardinals will certainly develop those players, but unlike the Rays, they'll actually do what they can to retain those players. But there's a portion of the Cardinals fan base that feels as though, again, we're just developing these players and we're going to be a big market farm system.
Didn't Chaim Bloom openly say that was not the plan?
Yeah, but
he was asked about that.
You know how fans are.
But he was literally asked that question because of his time in Tampa. Mm-hmm. And he said, paraphrasing, said something to the effect of that plan, that model was much different down in Tampa. Now, the model of drafting, developing, and yes, that will be consistent here.
Right.
But when there's a player that's deemed to be worthy of an extension or a contract, that they want to keep all of their homegrown talent here long term.
Yes.
So he said that. So I don't know where the confusion is.
Well, because
now he hasn't had a chance to do it because he just started the job.
Yeah.
But I mean, is that fair?
No. No, it's not. It's not fair, and I don't necessarily think it's valid to have those thoughts because what is that based on? Because he was in Tampa, he wasn't the president there, he wasn't running things there, and just because he was part of that organization, cut his teeth there, doesn't mean he believes in that philosophy. I'm sure you guys have, Carey. I'm sure you've played for a lot of teams that you didn't necessarily agree with that philosophy. You get to Hazelwood Central, you're going to be the head coach. You're not going to run certain offenses. You're going to run the offense that you believe.
Correct.
Jamie, same thing with you. I'm going to run my camp this way. If I'm coaching a team, we're going to play this way. Just because you learn a certain way doesn't mean it's going to stay like that. And when he got to Boston, he traded Mookie Betts, but that was a mandate.
He was told.
It was a mandate by the owner. Hey, we need to get under the luxury tax. You can either pay Rafael Devers or Mookie Betts. That's it, though. Trade the other one. Now, you can debate whether or not he traded the right player. Probably not.
Well, it doesn't matter anymore. They're both gone.
And you could debate whether or not you got enough for Mookie Betts. You did not. But it doesn't change the fact that now that he is the president here and he's got kind of an open slate and open book, it doesn't mean that he's just simply going to turn into the Dodgers, Yankees, Mets, Astros farm system.
Yeah, I think the concern is there's no evidence of it. The Cardinals are generally between 10 to 16 in terms of payrolls in Major League Baseball, which means they're in the middle third. They're not, and I don't know if they'll ever get top 8, top 5. I don't know. I don't think so. Mm-hmm. But I don't think they'll ever get, bottom 10 to the bottom third. So I think they're consistently right in that middle area, which gives you a chance to win games. It gives you a chance to win championships. It's just about finding the right players and paying the right players. And in regards to, as these contracts continue to explode and guys are 10 years, $350 million, you're going to have to do something. You might have to pay a couple of those guys that contract, but you're going to have to try to get those contracts paid earlier. And we've talked about that. The Atlanta Braves philosophy, just paying the guys, trusting that what you've seen out of a player for the first couple of years of their career, this is worth paying them now. And maybe I save myself $100 million over the course of the entire contract, as opposed to paying $350 million and paying that extra $100 to $150 million. So I don't have any reason to believe that. I think this is a year right now. It's kind of a one-off. They've told you that they needed to shed salary. They've told you that they're going to go in a development direction, and you're going to have younger players on the field. But that's what comes with that. You're not going to be paying a $30, $40, $50 million a year contract to a guy when you have a roster that is not ready to win championships right now.
I think maybe some fans have some sort of like trauma when it comes to like what happened with the previous regime. We can call it trauma because Mo was in charge of all of that.
I like that, Marsh. Yeah.
You know, when, like, for example, like if something happens to you in one relationship, maybe it's something that, you know, is bad, right? Maybe you take that into the next relationship.
Which is unfair.
Which is unfair, right? Mm-hmm. That's unfair because it's a completely different person. And Chaim Bloom is a different person with a different philosophy on how to build a baseball team. So I think we need to give this guy a chance to do what he has said he is going to do. Mm-hmm. And for me, I'm excited about that because it is a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, and let's address the counter to that too, because I feel like people will probably say, well, okay, so I trust Bloom, but I don't trust the DeWitts.
That's fair.
That is fair. But let's not forget that it's not like Mo didn't have any budget. He may not have had the Dodgers budget. He may not have had the top 10 spending team's budget, but he did have a budget. And what he did with that budget can be questioned. The whole farm system started to fall apart because dollars weren't reinvested there. It's not as if the DeWitts didn't pay anyone. They paid Goldie. They paid Arenado. They paid Miles Michaelis. They paid Matt Carpenter at one point. They shelled out money. I don't think you'll ever see them shell out $10 million, $750 million for 10 years. I just don't. But it's not like they didn't spend it all. Mm-hmm. How Bloom allocates those funds are just as important as how much the budget is. So I think that while you might be skeptical, I think we've got to give the Bloom an opportunity to demonstrate what he's going to do. And just because he was with Tampa doesn't mean that he's all in on the draft, develop, trade model.
And who's to say when Boston brought him in, they didn't bring him in specifically to do the Tampa Bay thing, because it certainly felt like that.
Right.
He got his opportunity in Boston, and the ownership said, hey, that's great. Oh, we love your vision. That's great. It's fantastic. First you're going to do what you did in Tampa. You're going to get rid of all of our high-priced talent, and we're going to draft some really young players and go find some prospects.
You're going to repopulate the farm system, then we're going to get rid of you.
Yeah. And then you won't be here long enough to re-sign anything.
The next guy coming in,
and
then we're going to give him a blank check.
The Cardinals are doing that too. Maybe he's their vigilante. Hey, let's hire that Chaim Bloom guy. He'll get rid of everybody for us. He'll restock the cupboards.
Yeah.
I'm not being a jerk. I mean, like, you just don't know. Some people have certain talents. Mm-hmm. I would like to see them let him see it through personally, but who knows?
I think this is because we're getting texts. Same ownership. Yeah, 100% true. And I just gave you, for the most part, this ownership group is between 10 and 15, 16 range. Last year they were at 19. Again, they started moving in a direction of we're going to cut salary. This year they look like they're about 24th right now in terms of salary. But that's what you're going to get with a team that is completely young. You got a young team. Who is making? Was it Dustin May that's making the most money on this team right now?
Yes.
At like $8 million? Yeah. A year?
Or 10 or something like that.
Something like that. So this is where you are in terms of this roster for this year. But they have shown you, throughout the history of them being owners, that they're going to spend somewhere in the middle third of all of baseball, which, again, gives you an opportunity. And if you're lucky right now with these young players, while you're not having to pay them a lot of money, if they do well and perform well, maybe you start this championship playoff window sooner than you expect, and you're still not paying a lot of players a lot of money, and you can go out and bring in one of those high-priced free agents.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys think the ownership group is embarrassed by what has happened?
No.
Really?
Yeah. No.
What's to be embarrassed about?
Well, the team stinks. They've stunk for a couple of years now. They're not the same brand of baseball that we've been accustomed to watching.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if I own the team and this is the state of the team, I'd be embarrassed.
Then you check your bank account. Yeah. Are you still embarrassed?
Well, but that goes beyond my bank account. It almost hits like the ego of me. Hey, so I own this property. I own this team. Mm-hmm. I want to be the best, and I used to be the best.
Go ahead.
So, if you look around the league, almost every team has gone through what you're going through at some point. You just haven't gone through it in, I don't even know how long. It's been a long time the Cardinals haven't gone through this.
Right.
Just because they missed the playoffs a couple of years, and because St. Louis Cardinals fans were upset that they just were wild card teams for a number of years, that is deemed to be successful in a lot of markets to get into the playoffs. Not here. I understand. It's fine. But if you're the DeWitts, I don't think you're embarrassed. I think embarrassing probably is going back and listening to some of your comments as an ownership group over the last 2 years. That would be more embarrassing than the product that it is right now, or the state of the team.
I just think if I owned a team and my team was in the same ilk as the Pittsburgh Pirates, I'd probably be embarrassed by where they're at right now.
I would too. But if you go back to what the DeWitt said a couple of years ago about, well, hey, we did win 83 games.
Yeah,
that to me was an indication that they do not have they're not self-aware.
And I'm not disagreeing.
They don't have a pulse on the fan base.
I'm not disagreeing with you at all. I'm just telling you how I would feel. I would feel embarrassed.
Yeah,
but I would do everything. I would do everything that I can, though, to make sure that this team is going to be better. And that's why I asked that question.
I think every fan would. I do. I think every Cardinals fan would. But you did ask, do we think that the DeWitts are embarrassed?
Is it, and I'm probably going to get a lot of crap for this, but whatever, dude. Is it possible that the DeWitts did realize the error in their ways, which is why they made a shift at the major position that is doing the roster construction? Like, is that a possibility that they are embarrassed and they did feel like that this organization was not going in the right direction? And again, if you just try to throw money at things, that generally doesn't work. I think that they've tried that route for a number of years, with Mo saying, "Okay, we're going to go get this player. We're going to add to what we have." And I think they decided, "Hey, we've tried that. The messaging hasn't been great. We haven't been, favorable in a lot of people's eyes. Let's start from scratch." How do you build a business from the ground up? You have to begin, and if you're rebuilding something, you got to start over and realize where you made those errors at and correct those things before you try to build onto what you feel like you currently have. So I think that, in my opinion, maybe there is a little bit of embarrassment, frustration with not having the success. Okay, John, we love what you've done. You did a great job for us. You did exactly what we thought was going to help us win, but now we're going to go in a different direction. Chaim Bloom, this is what we think is going to allow us to be successful. You've done this already, so let's try to do it again, and let's see if this can help us be, the world champions that we design ourselves to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, and to Carey's point, like the reason I asked that question is because if there was a bit of embarrassment, they would make the effort to change things. But if they weren't slightly embarrassed, maybe things stay the same.
Yeah.
And it doesn't look like things are staying the same.
No, you're right. All right, it's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. Marsh has got what's trending for you next.
101 ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. Earlier this morning, Canada beat the Czechs by a final score of 5-0, and Blues goaltender Jordan Binnington pitched a 26-save shutout for Team Canada. Canada will go up against Switzerland tomorrow. And going on right now, USA is taking on Latvia. There's a handful of you that do not want updates. We will not provide those throughout the show, so you are allowed to watch the game later when you want to. But USA taking on Latvia right now. We're going to talk some United States hockey in What's Trending, which is next right here in the Fast Lane. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer.
In the sports world.
What in the wide world of sports is going on here?
Here's what's trending.
Welcome back to the Fast Lane here on 101 ESPN with Anthony Stalter, Jamie Rivers, and Carey Davis. I'm Andrew Marsh, and it's time for What's Trending. Gentlemen, United States taking on Latvia right now. We know that the women's team is off to a hot start. They took down Canada the other day, and we talked about that a lot. Sorry, Jamie. But we also talked the other day about that shift in U.S. hockey. When did the shift occur? And Jamie, you touched on that. My question today for you guys is, what would a USA gold medal sweep mean for hockey in the United States? You know, is there an international tilt, essentially, for the U.S. in terms of hockey? What would that mean for all the kids around the country that want to play hockey or that are in hockey? Does this event actually matter?
Well, I think they always matter. Mm-hmm. I think that, you know, that event has already happened a number of years ago to where now the U.S. and Canada are in the same breath all the time when it comes to these international events. Now, on the women's side, you know, it's been going back and forth for years between USA and Canada, so those programs are on par. Now, the U.S. men's team has fallen short for Olympic gold, and obviously last year the Four Nations tournament and things like that, but I think anytime your country wins a gold medal, I think there's always a surge of interest and a surge of popularity for kids to become interested in that sport. And I think right now, because this is supposed to be best on best, and it's the greatest players in the world, if the USA was to win a gold medal, I think a lot of young kids who might already be playing hockey might be super motivated, and a lot of kids who have never played hockey before might become interested in wanting to play hockey, wanting to be part of Team USA. So there's always a ripple effect. Just like here in St. Louis, when the Blues won the Stanley Cup in 2019, there was a ripple effect. I saw it firsthand because of running camps and teaching kids how to play hockey. There was a surge of kids that signed up to play hockey because they were so thrilled with the run the Blues went on for the Stanley Cup. So when you're taking into consideration an entire nation that's watching a team play, or teams, plural, play and have success, I think there's always an impact.
Do you guys think that we'll get, in this Olympics, some sort of moment, much like we did in Vancouver, much like we did in Sochi? Of course, TJ Oshie, he scored the shootout goal against Russia. The golden goal for Sidney Crosby. Do you guys expect something like that to happen this time around?
I always expect that in these types of tournaments. I mean, just look back to the Four Nations. I mean, it went to overtime, and Jordan Binnington had to make an incredible save to keep the puck from going in from Brady Tkachuk. That was the moment, and then the next moment was McDavid scoring. So I think these Olympics will have several different moments in different games. And at some point in the medal rounds or in a championship game, there will be an event that people will remember when they talk about these Olympics.
I was going to ask a question about hockey.
Yeah.
Oh, please do, Carey.
So when the player is standing in front of the goalie, can the goalie give him a little cross-check in the back and get him out of the way?
Goalie can hit him.
Why don't they?
Because a lot of times they're in their stance ready to play. And when they come out to hit,
the puck could be shot.
The puck could be shot, and now they can't get reset in time.
Just wondering.
So that's why it's the defenseman's job usually to clear the front of the net. Now, the goalies back when I played were not shy to be in their stance and then just go right at the wickets.
How'd that work out?
Jingle the bells a little bit.
They were just checking to see if you wore a cup.
They call it a cup check.
Yeah.
They would do that, and then it would basically force our hand after that to take care of business.
Okay. Just
Yeah.
wondered.
Yeah.
Guys, some Major League Baseball news. Nick Castellanos was released by the Phillies today. We had the conversation about Andrew McCutchen and whether or not Cardinals should bring him in. I'm going to ask the same question.
No.
There you go.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I don't understand why you bring him in to what block some of your players, piss off your clubhouse, display zero leadership.
Wow.
Whoa.
I mean, you don't know that.
What?
What do you know that we don't know?
Why are they getting rid of him? How many teams have you been on now?
Hey, don't hold that against them. Don't hold that against them. You bite your freaking tongue.
I apologize. No, you're right. I don't know if he's. I'm not saying he's a bad teammate, but I wonder why he has now bounced around a couple of times, and he's a pretty good player.
What do you think about the Phillies' run with Bryce Harper? Do you think they're sort of at the tail end of their run?
No, I don't know if they're at the tail end.
Like, do they need to win within the next 3 years?
They need to
make
win
this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Well, he
the
was
other,
a part of that. Castellanos was a part of that.
Sure. That's the other side of the spending. You're going to spend that much, and you're not going to win a championship? Are you kidding me? You're one of the teams that's able to spend a buttload of money, and you don't win. You get bounced in the NLDS, in the NLDS, in the NLCS, and you did lose in the World Series in 2022. They've gotten worse each year.
Right.
They lost they lost in the World Series, lost in Game 7 of the NLCS, lost in 4 games in the NLDS, won 1, of course, and lost 3 out of the 4 in the NLDS last year.
Well, that's why I asked the question if they're sort of at the tail end of it, because they have been regressing. In the 1 year that they did go to the World Series, they were a wild card team.
Sure. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they're at the tail end of it, because they could also keep throwing money at it. But if you don't win, then the Bryce Harper, the Trey Turner, they brought back Nola, gave Wheeler a big contract, right? All of those players that you brought in shelled out buku money. You've been making trades because you've been in contention, so you've been trading at the deadline consistently, and you don't win one? Yeah, it's embarrassing. Got to be like the Dodgers. You spend a lot, you win a lot. I mean, if Major League Baseball is gonna have that open, right, Carey? You better win.
We'll talk about this later, I'm sure. But, sometimes you don't have to spend more than other teams because people just want to be there, Anthony. You know what I mean? People love your program, your organization so much, they'll take less money to come be a champion. And that's when
Kyle
you got
Tucker or something.
I'm just saying, that's when you got a real team.
Yeah.
And you got
Chris Tucker.
him too.
Yeah, they'll probably sign him too.
He might.
He'll get confused. Think they're signing Chris Taylor or Kyle Tucker. They don't know.
Yeah, well, whatever.
Yeah.
It's just money.
Gotta love it, man. Good, clean fun.
There you go. Yeah, we'll talk about how huge of a problem the upcoming strike/lockout will be. A couple of segments here. All right, is it possible we've already seen the best out of Lamar? Sounds crazy, but interesting article by ESPN.com where 3 former league MVPs broke down Lamar Jackson this past season. And one of the biggest issues facing Lamar may tell us that his best is actually behind him. That's next on 101 ESPN. ESPN.com put together an interesting article in which they asked former NFL league MVPs Kurt Warner, Matt Ryan, and Rich Gannon to assess Lamar Jackson's performance in 2025. And as I was reading through this, the question on my mind was, man, is it possible we've already seen the best out of Lamar? Now, I love Lamar.
That's spicy.
You guys love Lamar. I don't think for a second that the Ravens and Lamar Jackson are done being a Super Bowl contender. I'm just talking about specifically with Lamar Jackson. Mm-hmm. Have we seen his absolute best already? And here's where I got here, all right? I won't read over everything, but I thought that what Warner and Matt Ryan and Rich Gannon were really talking about was he was hurt a lot last year. He was hurt last year. Before his injury, the Ravens averaged 37 points per game. Offense was explosive. They never scored 30-plus again. Lamar's worst statistical stretch of his career, and he missed practice reps weekly. Knee, ankle, toe, illness at one point. His precision pass rate fell to 48.7%, which is his lowest since his rookie year. Missed practice time, all that. So they really highlighted how much practice time he missed. Matt Ryan noted that if you're not available because of the injuries, because maybe you're running too much or you get banged up, then that is more important. Your availability is more important than being an explosive player as a runner. Now, not all his injuries are because he ran. Some of his injuries came right in the pocket. But the biggest question that I kind of came away was, if he's not running, if he doesn't have that added element in his game because he's trying to be more of a pocket passer to have a longer career, well, then are we seeing Lamar at his best?
I read the article and kind of went over it, and looking at some of the key takeaways that I got from it. Prior to his injury against Kansas City, the Baltimore Ravens had the highest scoring offense at 37 points per game. He got injured his hamstring, missed, I believe, 5 weeks, came back. The thing, I will say this. This is no knock against Kurt Warner, Rich Gannon, or Matt Ryan.
Watch yourself.
I would bet good money, really good money, that they ain't never had no hamstring injury. You know why?
They don't run.
Hamstring injuries are for people that are fast. Mm-hmm. Like guys that just saying, nothing to get Hall of Famers and pro football MVPs of the league, outstanding. Those injuries are for people that are fast. Mm-hmm. Lamar Jackson is one of those people. He utilizes his legs not just for the running game, but I've told you all, everything starts from the ground up. So if your hamstring is, injured, hurt, sore, the thing about hamstrings, it never feels 100% healed. The doctors will tell you, now you're good to go. Am I? Because every time I run, I feel like this thing is about to rip again. So
or it's in the back of your mind.
Psychologically, for a player, I think that impacts you. The other thing I took away from this is Lamar Jackson is the leader in career passer rating of all time in ever, Bob. Number one, ahead of guys like Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers. He's tied with Aaron Rodgers. Mm-hmm. Like all of the quarterbacks, he's the number one. So the notion that he's only a running quarterback, he does really damn well in passing the ball also. But I think that a lot of things you saw this year from Lamar were because of the hamstring injury, and if you're unable to do the things that you're accustomed to doing and missing practice time, I think he was on the injury report pretty much every game after he came back from the hamstring injury, which means you're missing Wednesday practice, the most important practice of the week. Let's make no mistake about it, because that's when you install all of your game plan. Now, he's a veteran. He's run those plays 100 times, 100,000 times. But seeing those looks versus that specific defense is what is required to be good. So I would say that, and again, I'm not dismissing what Matt Ryan or Kurt Warner or Rich Gannon are saying, because they were quarterbacks and played at an extremely high level. Mm-hmm. What I would say was more indicative of Lamar's season was the injury and how he tried to battle back from it. And I would assume that a new season, a new OC, a new head coach, a new mindset, a different philosophy going into this season, you would probably see the best version of Lamar Jackson as opposed to his decline.
So what I'm hearing from you is it's a one-off. This past season was a one-off. He won't run any less moving forward, and therefore he'll be fine.
Yeah, but the running is not what I think is he's still a hell of a passer.
Agreed, but I think we can all agree that if he's a dual threat, that changes the way defenses have to play him.
The older he gets, the less he'll run. Because that's just the natural.
Compare that to? Like Randall
Cunningham is the perfect example. That's when he was in Minnesota, he was outstanding. Mm-hmm. Like he was outstanding as a quarterback. He came in at Philadelphia. Oh, he's athletic. He can do all of those things with his legs. But he showed you when he was a hell of a quarterback, and they were right there from making it to the Super Bowl. Right, that was a really good team. So. I think
they fell short in the NFC Championship game.
Yeah, you remember. I don't know how. I don't know how the hell to this day, that's probably the one team that I look at and say, I don't know how the hell they didn't play in the Super Bowl, man.
Well, they didn't because
your Atlanta Falcons.
They got Dirty Bird.
They did get Dirty Bird.
Your Atlanta Falcons got in the way? Yeah. Yeah.
But why are they his? You played there.
They are. I mean, they weren't mine yet. I wasn't there yet.
Okay.
But they are his because he loves them.
Just see how selective Carey can be.
But no, I think that would be the best comparison for me. A quarterback that had the capability of running and using his legs and being extremely talented, but also can throw the damn ball.
Yeah.
Would you say the same about Michael Vick, too? Because Michael Vick used to run quite a bit, and then as he got older, he settled in the pocket.
When he got to Philadelphia, he didn't run nearly as much. Mm-hmm. He was still a damn good quarterback that could make plays and make things happen. That team was another team that had an extreme amount of success. So I think that the notion that just because a quarterback is athletic, Steve Young is another example. He was a guy that in Tampa and early on in his career, he was mobile. But as he got older, the older you get, the less you're going to run, and you're still capable of having success in the pocket.
Dumb question here, sorry, but does that make them better quarterbacks then? Because
better than everyone else?
No, because I look at these guys that are dual threats and whatnot. How many of the dual threats have been year after year? Like Patrick Mahomes, will give him that. Like dual threat, maybe not as much as Lamar, but certainly the ability to run and whatnot. But then when you watch these other quarterbacks, it's like the next wave of their evolution. Like I feel like Lamar's there right now. He's 29 years old. Mm-hmm. Like the next wave of Lamar might actually be the best version, to where he doesn't run as much, but he has it in his back pocket. But they build a game around him being a quarterback, like Randall Cunningham, like Michael Vick. Like they changed certain guys. Steve Young had to become more of a Brett Favre, for that matter.
Right. I think that's why we're having the conversation. By the way, I said Lamar Jackson, his third year at Louisville, turned into a pocket passer. Mm-hmm. So I don't want it to be misconstrued that I'm saying he's only a threat as a runner. I think he's an outstanding passer, but we can't sit here and say that he's not more dynamic when he can do both. He is. Look at the way the defenses have to play. You can't play man-to-man against him if he's a running threat. Last season showed us, because he didn't run as much, he was easier to defend.
But I think that's because I also think, because Kurt and those guys talk about him being inaccurate. That's not because he's not running. I think that's because his legs are compromised.
Sure.
Like his hamstring is compromised. I think he hurt his ankle at one point. And the thing about a hamstring, Jamie, you know this, everyone, that if you start favoring one body part on the lower extremity, everything else starts hurting. Yeah. I'm limping on my left leg. Guess what? My right knee is hurting now. Or my right ankle is I'm walking different. So my gait and how I'm going about my normal day-to-day activities change. So for me, when you're injured and you always want guys to, he powered through, he fought through it. Sometimes the best thing to do is sit down. Mm. But you really can't afford to do that because it's so important, especially in the NFL. It's not enough games. You already missed 5 of them. Hell, I can't miss anymore. I don't feel 100%, but I'm 85. I'm 75%. I can go and play. And I think that's more indicative of his year last year than witnessing a decline of an athlete that is one of the best athletes we've seen in our lifetime, for sure. Not the best, but one of the best that we've seen on the football field. So I just expect him to have a bounce-back year, a new head coach, a new mindset. You come into the season refreshed, and I think he's going to have a hell of a year. And I don't think it has anything to do with him getting older or declining, I think that injury really impacted him more than people would understand.
I hope so. I hope you're right, by the way, because Lamar Jackson's one of the most entertaining players to watch in the NFL. He's one of the best, and the Ravens and him being in the playoffs, whether they win or not, is best for football. So, Kerry, I hope you're absolutely right. I found the article interesting nonetheless.
Mm-hmm.
All right, it's Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Speaking of ESPN, Jeff Passan had an interesting article about the Dodgers signing Kyle Tucker, but there's a huge problem coming up in baseball here.
What?
It's the looming lockout. And I don't know where the compromise is going to come between the two sides. We'll get into that next on 101 ESPN.
After nearly 45 years of outfitting the best-dressed vehicles in the St. Louis and St. Charles area, you can trust that your prized investment is in great hands with my friends over at Pure Performance. They've got accessories for every vehicle on the road. And maybe you've got an older vehicle that you want to change the look of, or maybe you have a brand new vehicle that you want to add to immediately. That's what I did with my pickup truck. Got the pickup truck, noticed that I needed better running boards, a tonneau cover, tinted windows, all of that stuff, and Pure Performance took great care of me. They'll do the same for you. And they also deal with tires. Any tire for any vehicle they've got available at Pure Performance. And look, it's nice out right now, but you never know when that next wave of snow could hit St. Louis. Make sure your tires are safe. Stop by the location in St. Peters, right off of Cave Springs Boulevard. It's a 25,000 square foot facility. Walk in, ask for Shelby, tell her Jamie Rivers sent you, and tell her what you're looking to do, whether it's to have a look at your tires or you want to look at accessories for your vehicle. They're going to ask you what you're trying to do, and they're going to ask you what your budget is, and that's where they maximize your budget for you. They're the best in the business. They're the only place I bring my truck to for any accessories or tires. So please get there in person, check it out. If not, get there online. Visit them at pureperformance.com. That's pure, P-U-R, performance.com.
Passan on 101 ESPN. Jeff Passan had a good breakdown at ESPN talking about how baseball is heading toward a potential major labor war. And this is something that, I think has been on the horizon now for over a year. Possibly, though, the labor war, so to speak, possibly as big as it was in 1994 when the World Series was canceled. And the fight centers on one core issue, which is whether or not Major League Baseball will adopt a salary cap. Owners increasingly want one. Players strongly oppose it. Fans seem to be more split on it. But the owners want it because they feel as though it controls runaway spending, like we see with the Dodgers and the Mets. It increases franchise values, at least that's what they claim. Improves competitive balance, which is where I often come to when it comes to setting a cap and a floor. I know that our guy Kyle Gibson strongly disagrees with that, but that's my thought on it. It prevents teams from having to chase the Dodgers and the Mets. Players strongly argue against it because they feel as though the current system allows teams to spend as much as they want, which, going back to Gibby, that's what Kyle Gibson has argued. Hey, you're an owner. You can spend as much or as little as you want. You're not prevented to spend up to the floor or capped at a certain number. Players also believe that owners who don't spend are choosing not to. And why should players give up earning power? Because some owners are cheap. Both sides, I think, make really good arguments, which is where I come to now. Where's the compromise? Because Major League Baseball isn't hurting. They're generating $12+ billion annually. So where do these two sides come to and say, hey, let's compromise? Because players are strongly against it and owners would like it.
So the problem that baseball's having is the same problem. I don't know about the NFL, Kerry. You can speak to that. But the NHL, the owners kept claiming losses year after year after year. Now, the problem with that is some of them were actually telling the truth. Like some of the ownership groups in Canada were experiencing losses because, to some of our listeners may not know, it's a league policy that all players and staff are paid in U.S. dollars, U.S. currency, which is great, except for in Canada, that means they have to make $1.50 or $1.75 sometimes for every dollar that goes out. It's just more taxing. Not physical taxes like the government.
Right,
it's
right.
taxing, stressful on the company that way. And so some of those teams were only carrying low payrolls. Like I remember in 2001 or 2002, rather, we had $95 million payroll with the Red Wings. The Edmonton Oilers had like $27 million. That was the disparity at the time. And Edmonton was losing money. Ottawa was losing money. Winnipeg, losing money. Like all these teams were losing money. So what do? The owners had to think of something at that point to stop the bleeding. And the Rangers, the Red Wings, the Canadians, the Maple Leafs, all those teams were fine because they're making money. And so the problem that we had then was having owners actually open up the books. Well, okay, you claim you're losing money. Yes, so let's just say Oilers Entertainment was losing money. But that's one company that you own. You have four other companies that are like the Oilers, whatever, blah, 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 Edmonton Mall, whatever it is, like just so like right here, like Ballpark Village, like the DeWitts, whatever entity it is that owns the Cardinals is not the same entity that owns Ballpark Village, is not the same entity that owns the restaurants or the real estate. It's all split up. So what are the true books? You don't know, because if it's just the baseball revenue that we're looking at, then that's fine. But then the players at that point have to be realistic and realize some teams are losing money. Mm-hmm. They are, if it's just the baseball entity. But you can't say, we won't open up the books, but give us all of your companies. Well, that's not necessarily fair, because not every ownership group has to take everything that they're investing and put it into one thing that's losing money. That's called bad business.
Right.
It's like when you own several restaurants. One's booming, the other one stinks, and you take all your profits and pour it into the one that stinks, and you just keep funneling money into a losing cause.
Right.
It's not good business. But I think that's for the players and for former players and all the people like Kyle Gibson. They want the books open. Mm-hmm. Let's see what you're really dealing with. And I don't blame them.
Yeah.
The problem is you're never going to get that. And so, therefore, they keep screaming for no salary cap. But then the owners who have their entity that is the baseball team, they want a salary cap. If you're the players and you just have a high salary floor, that's where I go with it. Mm-hmm. Having lived it, you want the salary cap, that's fine. We'll put it at whatever the number is, okay? Mm-hmm. But the salary floor is going to be higher than it's ever been before. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So now more players are going to make higher dollars.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Not just the best players making the maximum amount of money.
Right.
And that's where I got at it with Kyle the other day, too. I said, but the big dogs always get paid. Yeah. They don't have to worry about a damn salary cap.
Right.
People will circumvent the salary cap for the stars.
Right.
However they can.
They're still going to get paid.
They're still going to get paid. Yeah. And then they're going to get their endorsement money, all that stuff that they've got on top of it. They don't have to worry. But the middle of the pack and lower are the ones that don't get the big endorsements. Mm-hmm. They don't get a lot of money. They're the ones that, like, teams are like, we'll give them $500,000.
They're the ones that need it. They're the ones that need it the most.
Exactly.
Like, it's
not,
not,
their careers are actually shorter too.
Correct. It's not the guys that are, the names that you know. It's the guys that you don't know. The guys on the roster that are, the 25th man that is trying to make the roster every single year. Those are the ones that benefit from, bringing the floor up higher. And now they're making double, maybe triple what they've made, per year their entire career. So it makes sense. I don't see a version or any way. I see no path. None. I see no path. There will probably be no baseball in 27 because I see no path.
I think they'll lose at least half a season.
Where the players and the owners come to an agreement because the players ain't going to do they to me, and I've said this time and time again, Major League Baseball Players Union is the best union of all the four major sports because they see it. They see what the NHL has done, what major NBA and what NFL has done. They see the greed from the owners, and they're like, no, we're on the winning side of this, and we're not going to go in a direction that puts us on a losing side.
Right.
It just doesn't. There's a benefit for the like I said, the middle to lower tier player, but there's no benefit in their eyes for baseball as a whole. So I don't see why they would even entertain that thought. Even if you tell them, okay, we'll bring the salary floor up, I don't think they care.
And here's the kicker. Is this going to hurt? It's going to hurt the players. It's going to hurt the fans and all that stuff. I get, but the middle to lower tier players, it will hurt them.
You guys going to probably have to get jobs if it takes too long.
And so, like when Kyle Gibson, I'll push back on Gibby on this one when he said, well, we've been told year after year to keep saving for it. That's great when you're making $15+ million a year.
Right.
Hey, I'm going to take $5 million a year and tuck it aside in case we have that lockout thing. What about the guy who's in his second or third year in Major League Baseball and he's only tucked away a couple of $100,000
because he's got to live.
Because he's got to live and expend. It's just because you see the salary on paper doesn't mean he walks away with that at the end of the year.
That's a completely.
Yeah.
And you got to pay taxes. Here's the thing:
and life keeps going.
You got to pay taxes in every state you play in.
Yeah.
They don't. They
not to play in California.
Did you guys see that breakdown?
Yeah.
Sam Darnold had to like pay to play the Super Bowl.
Sam Darnold also had $1 million bonus to get to the Super Bowl in his contract.
But still,
you still got to come out of pocket to pay. To play in certain
he had to play 3 times in
San Francisco, in California.
Yeah, he had San Fran, L.A., and then the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that was 3. He had to play 3 times there.
But my point is that
not great.
This war chest that some of these top dollar guys think is available to all these younger players, it's not there.
Yeah.
It's not there. So halfway through the season, I remember the lockout. We had guys wanting to fight. We had this I get emotional. We had on the NHLPA website, we all had access to the thing. We had like a chat room, and with Jim McKenzie, who scouts for the Vegas Golden Knights, and I was a tough guy in the NHL. He nicknamed it Jim McKenzie's bitch box. Air it out, boys. And we had guys airing it out, and all of a sudden you guys be like, yeah, and they're like wanting to meet up. Well, I'm in Toronto right now. Let's leave. And like, they're ready to get, because some of the star players were like, guys, did you not tuck away money? Okay, asshat. You made $10 million last year. I made $235,000.
Right.
Yeah, I got a year's worth tucked away.
Right here in my shoebox.
Come on. And that's where baseball's going to implode.
Yeah.
And we'll see how strong their union is.
Well, that's what the owners are banking.
But that's what they're hoping for.
That's the strategy, is make them break.
They have more money. Like, as a group, they have more money than the lower tier players.
And here's a newsflash.
And so they're going to be willing to wait it out.
And here's a newsflash. If they lose money, like if they can't play that year, some of the owners actually benefit. They show a tremendous loss.
Right.
They get a big tax relief on some of the other things that they have. It's gross.
I agree. So we're all in agreement.
Yeah,
Baseball's
I need
in
a
trouble.
shower. Go to break.
Okay. Chris Kerber next on 101 ESPN.
Anthony, how you feeling? I know earlier today you stopped by Mentality to go in there and talk with the good folks, and they got you squared away because that's where you and I go. We go in there once a week to talk to them and kind of go through our treatment plan to make sure that we're not tired, we're not fatigued, we're excited to get here and get to work. So how you feeling right now?
I'm feeling great, man. I feel great. You know, it's funny. There's certain times where I really feel, Carey, like, man, this mentality works. We demoed our bathroom a couple of months ago, and I remember having to rip everything out and haul it downstairs and all that. Hours upon hours upon hours. And at the end of the weekend, I'm like, man, I'm still good to go. I can keep going here. You see it. You see the strength come back. You see the energy come back. You just overall start to feel great.
For me, it's coffee. I'm a coffee drinker. I'll drink 3, 4, 5 cups a day. I've been down to 2.
Nice.
It's trending downwards because the energy that I have is already there. And you go to Mentality, you get your labs done. Right now, they have a great offer. All new patients' labs will be covered in your treatment plan. That's a savings of $250 right out of the gate. You go in there, you talk to them. They're a certified physician. They will get you squared away with the best program for you, and they'll get you taken care of quickly as possible, and you'll feel much better like Anthony and I. So go to Low T USA today, talk to them, and see how they can get you squared away. That's Mentality at lowtusa.com.
Hey, February is the best month to get a new deal on a brand spanking new HVAC unit. And if your unit is getting to that age where you go, man, it's been 15, it's been 17, almost 20 years, it's time to look at getting a new one. Now, look, hopefully you've maintained it with Classic Air Care. Hopefully you've extended the life of that unit as long as you can. But if you are in the market, Classic Air Care has you covered right now. And if during the month of February you decide to pull the trigger and get a new HVAC unit, they're going to give you a free water heater to go with it. So that's another great deal. Number one, you get the 4.8-star Google rating coming through your door. The kind of quality service that you would bring to your own home, they bring it to you for you. You can read all the reviews online at classicaircare.com. You've got knowledgeable techs that come in. They're going to give you the exact quote. They're going to let you know what needs to be done and why. Maybe you don't need a whole new unit. Maybe it's just a repair. Maybe it's just not blowing properly. Make sure you get them out there. There's still plenty of winter left, and they can also start doing some spring maintenance as well. Maintain that unit, change that air filter, and make sure that that thing is ready to go because, frankly, kind of like the tires on your car, it's one of the most important things, if not the most important thing, to keep your house comfortable. So if you're in the market or maybe you haven't had that HVAC unit at the house looked at for safety reasons in a while, get Classic Air Care out to the house. Have them do it now. They can typically get to you within 24 hours, and they will make sure that it's up and running comfortably. Why? Well, they've been making people comfortable since 1926.
Talking everything St. Louis Blues as we head into the Blues booth on 101 ESPN. Presented by Boardwalk Hardwood Floors. Find your perfect new floor at boardwalkhardwood.com.
It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN with Andrew Marsh, Kerry Davis, and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. Let's head to the Callier and Thompson phone line. We're joined by the voice of the Blues, Chris Kerber, right here on 101 ESPN. What's up, Kerbs?
Anthony, how are you?
Doing great. What'd you think of Jordan Binnington's performance earlier today for Team Canada?
Well, probably like Jamie or anybody that's been around the guy much, not at all surprised. You know, I've actually got another interview coming up here in about 2 hours with a radio station in Edmonton, and I can't tell you how many interviews I've done with Canadian radio stations over the course of this year that we're all concerned about him. And look, I don't know how the rest of the tournament's going to go. I think John Cooper, per the reporting, was planning on kind of rotating the goalies in the first couple of games. But Jordan Binnington delivered a Jordan Binnington-esque performance. And I kept saying, look, the biggest difference is you can't look at his numbers in the NHL this year without one caveat, and that is this Blues team has not been good in front of them, and that makes a difference. And I thought just a great start to the tournament, obviously, for him today.
So, Curbs, I'm going to ask you a question that I get asked all the time by people here around St. Louis who are passionate Blues fans. And the question is, if Jordan Binnington has a great Olympics, let's say Canada wins the gold medal, what does that mean for Jordan Binnington? What does that mean for the Blues moving forward as far as keeping him or trading him at a high point?
You know, I come at this from a slightly different angle, Jamie. And that's been that, at least in my time with the Blues, this guy has been the best goaltender the Blues have had. The numbers bear it out in terms of wins, in terms of championship, you name it. And the vast majority of the games, are there some stinkers in there? Well, everybody has those. But for the most part, he's kept his team in it, even when this team has missed the playoffs or this team has, gone into a rebuild, right? He's kept his team in most of the games. These guys are hard to find. Right? If you're going to move them, you got to be darn sure that Joel Hofer is the next guy. You've got to be darn sure that you've got a backup plan if one of the guys in the American League is not available, to back up. Because the one thing that we've seen until Jordan Binnington got here, Jamie, is the Blues struggle with goaltenders. From 2000 on, Roma Turek won a President's Trophy. Still, then the playoffs were just an absolute bust after that. It was hard to find. You had guys. You had Jake Allen go on a pretty good run, didn't have playoff success. Chris Mason, had Manny Legacy. There's guys that have even had all-star seasons with the Blues, but it hasn't maintained it. And so what it means for him, number one, his confidence is high. What it means for Blues fans is you have a goaltender that can play. Now, if it increases his stock and there's a team that's willing to pay you the ransom that you're looking for to make that deal, then you've got to just look at where you're at. And if you're Alex Steen and Doug Armstrong, then it's just a real good assessment of, does this deal make us better 3-4 years down the road? Or do we still have a terrific goaltending tandem? And this, it's more of a blip this year than anything else. And I don't know which way they're leaning, but I'll tell you what, I think it's a good thing for everybody either way that he has a great tournament.
Curve, this team, the Blues, I'm speaking of, went 2-8 in their last 10 games before the break. Obviously, been some tough games there, a couple of them to the Dallas Stars. Do you think that this break is going to give them a chance to kind of just reset, and be ready to roll coming back? Or do you think it's going to be more of the same when they return?
Well, listen, I think the break will be positive because if nothing else, it stops the snowball, right? I mean, look, when you're in the grind of a season and it's going every other day, back-to-backs, 3 and 4, 4 and 6, you name it, that kind of thing, it's really hard. And when the momentum starts to go the wrong way and just kind of the negativity of the ride, not saying that guys were negative, but just not getting the success reinforcement you'd hope for, that really starts to get heavy. So from that sense, that break is really, really good. If you're a team that was playing really well, you're going to go, oh, that break just gives you good rest to keep it going when you get back, right? The total psychoanalytical aspect of sports. That said, Carey, you come out of this break and you've got 2 home games, and if the 2 home games resemble what you saw in the 10 leading up to it, you could feel like you're right back in that whirlpool, wondering where the drain is. So I guess we're about to find out, because I don't have a better answer than that for you of whether it's good or bad. But I guess we always take the path of, well, you hope it's good, but it's still going to, I don't know, do they come back out to defend better in front of their net, for Jordan Binnington and Joe Hofer, things like that. Do some of these guys that didn't have a scoring touch in the first 57 games find a scoring touch here in the last 25? And that scenario. What changes are made before the March 6th deadline that impact even more of that? There's a lot of question marks coming up here in a couple weeks.
We're talking to Chris Kerber, voice of the Blues, here on the Blues Radio Network, 101 ESPN. Dalibor Dvorsky had himself a hell of a game yesterday. Did you have a sense, Kerbs, that this could have been his breakout season? I didn't feel like going back to training camp that he was necessarily on our all-breakout list, even given the talent.
Yeah, and you know what? I don't even know that you can put this season in the category of a breakout season. For me, did we have a sense that at some point in time this year you were going to see Dalibor Dvorsky? I think the answer is yes. When you talk to the coach at the time, Steve Konowalchuk and stuff, they said, look, the big key is the next time he comes up, you want him to stay. And what he's done is he's played well enough. The team hasn't put offensive expectations of a number 1, even a number 2 center on. They've moved Pavel Buchnevich back to the middle. That allows him to still play Dvorsky in a 2/3 role, depending on matchups, how it goes. He's had a really good first taste around the National Hockey League. And listen, guys, this month of March for Dvorsky, Snuggerud, the young guys, it's going to be tough. 3 West Coast road trips, different time zones, things like that. This month of March is going to be an eye-opening month of travel and NHL schedule for young players in the NHL. That said, I think the coming out party is yet to happen. I think this is a hell of an introduction. He's come through the front door of what's a really good house party, and we're about to find out over the next year or two how well he can dance to the music. Because I think, and you saw with the kind of shot that he had, look, he won that faceoff, got to the front of the net, roofed it yesterday, right? That the more comfortable and confident he gets, then the offensive instincts will be there. And I think when you start to see the offense flow instinctually for him, that's when we're talking about a real coming-out party for the young man.
Curbs, we haven't had a chance yet to talk about the young Finley. Old Jeff Finley, one of my teammates, his son getting picked off waivers from the Tampa Bay Lightning. How do you feel about that move? And then I got to ask, what's the trickle-down effect? Because coming out of the break, odds are Thomas and Holloway are probably healthy. Finley's a healthy body coming in. It's going to be a crowded dance floor.
You know what? When they moved Nick Bjugstad, I thought one of the clear and obvious reasons for that was it also clears up some potential roster spots you're going to need, because you're right. Mm-hmm. If everybody's healthy and those 2 guys come back, you need 2 roster spots. And if you decide to call up Otto Stenberg, you'll need a third, right? Now, injuries tend to sometimes take care of themselves. We don't know what the official status of Thomas and Holloway will be then, but having said that, Finley's a second-round draft pick of the Tampa Bay Lightning. With as deep as that organization is, they didn't have a regular role for him yet. He's still young. He played against the Blues twice. And I'll tell you what, he looked good in both of them. And what I mean by that is he understood the fourth-line role that was being asked from him. You watched him go in on the forecheck. You watched him battle into the corner. Some of his battles in the corner and along the wall behind the net kind of reminded me, a little bit of Adam Lowry-like. And I don't know where Jack's, willingness to fight kind of level is, but from a size standpoint, a strength to hold on to the puck, that kind of stuff, that's what jumped out at me, at least from along the wall battle, when I started thinking about other guys that were born here in St. Louis. But I love the pickup, Jamie. To me, it's a low-risk one. You've got term on a guy that's young. He fits the age profile of what you're looking for. He adds some size to it and a chance to grow. And to take a free flyer at this point in time on somebody like that, and if he develops into what you would hope a second-round pick can develop in, it ends up being a fantastic flyer. And this might be one of those situations where, because the Blues are so far down in the standings, so they're one of the teams that gets to pick first on the waiver wire, this might be one of those times you might have just taken advantage of a team that is still in the middle of things and had a little bit of a talent logjam, and you might have gotten a good player from the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Good call. All right, Kerbs, enjoy the rest of your week, and we'll chat with you again next week.
Okay, guys. Enjoy it. We'll talk to you next week.
All right, take care. That's Chris Kerber here in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. We're going to play Hot Take or Hot Garbage coming up, so we've got a statement that you want to send in to the Air Comfort Service text line. You can do so 314-399-9646. Again, we'll play Hot Take or Hot Garbage next. Jamie, have you ever bought investment property?
I have, Anthony.
Well, good thing you got a guy like Stewie's on the line right now, because he can always help you with that stuff. Stewie, I've never bought investment property. Jamie might know what he's doing, but help me out.
No, I didn't know what I do. I lost a lot of money. I should have called Stewie.
That's right. That's right. Well, we want to congratulate James today. He closed on his fifth house. Now, James is self-employed, no income being shown on his tax returns at all. Some of you folks out there know what I'm talking about. He bought with us 5 investment properties. Now, we have loans that we give you just based on the rental income of the property. So he went in and said, hey, there's nothing on income. I'm busy doing my contracting work, but I don't show anything. Can I get some investment property? He's up to his 5th right now. He's 36 years old, and he's cash flowing positive over $9,000 a month from his rentals. All with this program. We closed them in 10 days. Easy peasy. It's so simple to get done. You can do it too. You can start building your wealth too by buying some investment property today with this program.
I could have used Stewie many years ago when I made some investment decisions. It didn't work out, Anthony. Lost a lot of money. Now, if I had Stewie in my back pocket, life would have been a lot better, for sure. And we need to make sure that our listeners have Stewie in their back pocket. The best way to do it, give him a call or shoot him a text. His number's 314-324-4440.
Again, 314-324-4440.
But you got to call him. Quit wasting time procrastinating. Stewie hates when people procrastinate. And I don't blame him because Stewie's an action guy, you know? He likes action. Give Stewie some action. Give him a call. If you can't remember that number, what do you do, Anthony?
You can always Google the bag alone. Thanks, Stewie.
Have a great day, guys.
NMLS number 226715.
Start your day with the morning after on 101 ESPN. Get in the know first on everything St. Louis sports with Tim McKernan, Doug. ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. We just wrapped up talking with Voice of the Blues, Chris Kerber. If you missed that interview, make sure you go to 101ESPN.com or check out the free Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. Just head to the podcast page, and you will find all of our interviews and all of our shows there. And it's all brought to you by the Schaefer Door Company. We touched on Jordan Binnington's 26-save shutout as Canada beat the Czechs earlier today by a final score of 5-0. Coming up next, we have hot take or hot garbage. So send in your hot takes to the Air Comfort Service text line 314-399-9646. We'll play hot take or hot garbage next. I'm Andrew Marsh, and this Sports Center update is brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer.
Hot take. It's Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Time to play hot take or hot garbage with Kerry Davis and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. If you have a hot take that you want to send in, 314-399-9646 is the Air Comfort Service text line. Marsh, what do we got?
All right, hot take or hot garbage from the St. Raphael Godfather. Cardinals don't need a veteran outfielder for the clubhouse. They need to walk before they try to run.
Hot take.
I'll say hot take.
Hot take. I mean, unless you're getting an all-star outfielder, which kind of would be like why at this point, because you're not ready to move. You're not ready to move in that direction. Then you're going to get somebody who blocks a young guy from getting the reps and seeing what that potential is. So, yeah, hot take. Keep that guy out of here. Don't need him. Don't want him. Not right now.
Yeah, I'm with him. I think that's a perfect answer.
Agreed.
All right, moving on to Grant Francis Fan Club. Hot take or hot garbage if the Blues decide to trade Jordan Binnington this spring because he does not fit the team's competitive window. They should also trade Colton Parayko, who is the same age, for the same reason.
Yeah, I'm going to say hot garbage on this one for the simple fact that I think Colton Parayko one is still going to be a huge part of the process moving forward for this team. You look at your top 4 defensemen. Let's subtract Justin Falk. Let's just assume you're trading him because his market price will be at an all-time high. So now you've got Parayko and Broberg. You're hoping Cam Fowler regains form to what he had last year. That gives you 3 top 4 defensemen. So who's your 4th guy? You could say Jiricek, he ain't ready. You could say Lindstein, he's not ready. Mayu, we know he's not ready. Kessel, not ready. Tucker, not ready. So who's your next Colton Parayko? To me, Colton Parayko, by the way, he still has 1, 2, 3, 4 years left at $6.5 million. Think about that for a second. $6.5 million for Colton Parayko. And equivalent players are making $9 to $10 million right now in the NHL. And you've got him again for another 4 years at bare minimum, and he's going to be a top 4 defenseman for you. Part of your rebuild or your retool or whatever the hell you're calling it now. You've got 3 or 4 more years after this year of him being a part of it. So even if he's not your number 1, your number 2 defenseman, even if he's your number 4 defenseman, like you're still getting a bargain, and he can play. We're seeing right now in the Olympics, he had a dominant performance earlier today.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, I'm not saying no chance I'm getting rid of Colton Parayko, but it would take a really big haul in return, and that haul would have to include a top prospect young defenseman. Like if Buffalo wanted to move a Rasmus Dahlin or a Shane Power or whatever, one of those guys along with, and I would consider it.
And if you trade him, you're basically saying this year's.
You're saying the next 4 years are because you won't have Falk, you won't have Parayko. Your top 2 defensemen would be Broberg and Fowler, and then what?
Let the kids play.
Let the kids play.
He gets it.
What a moment. That was probably the best moment from last summer.
It was.
162 games.
Yeah.
That was the best moment. It came during rain delay.
Yeah.
Passionate, you know?
Very passionate. We love passionate fans for sure. From the 618, hot take or hot garbage. Jordan Binnington getting the shutout today makes me believe that the drive to win hockey games is not there when he's playing for the Blues right now. Like he doesn't have the motivation to win games.
That's harsh.
Binnington doesn't?
That's harsh. That's harsh,
Wait.
man.
Are they implying that the team doesn't have the motivation or Binnington doesn't?
I think they're insinuating that Jordan Binnington doesn't want to win hockey games with the blue note on his chest.
So, a little peek behind the curtain here for Jordan Binnington. He hates losing at everything. No matter what it is, I've seen him debate, card games, whatever it is, he hates to lose. You don't get to where he's at, and you don't have the kind of spite that he has by being okay losing. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I said that's hot garbage.
I would say so, too.
Like massive steaming pile of hot garbage.
How do you turn that off? That would be my question.
You can't.
Yeah.
You don't.
Thank you.
I mean, I still find myself, like the other day, we're at Ashley's son, Kelly, 16th birthday party. Great evening at Dogwood Social out in O'Fallon.
I saw some videos.
Yeah. And I'm playing bubble hockey against Reed.
Yeah.
Reed's 13 years old. Mm-hmm. I'm 51. I pounded the snot out of him.
Got to.
Yeah. There's no freebies here.
It's a life lesson.
I was winning like 5-0. Yeah. He scored a goal. I was pissed.
Yeah.
I was like, the damn goalie doesn't move right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So, you know,
it's broken.
That's me. I mean, I'm not Jordan Binnington. I'm
right.
Old, decrepit. Mm-hmm. So, he's still playing.
Yeah,
he's still young.
I don't think people understand the level of competitiveness that one has to make it to that level. And if you think Jordan Binnington doesn't care, if you don't think he's pissed off when the Blues get smoked, you're crazy, man. You're crazy, I like you, but you're crazy, man.
So, Jamie, you brought up bubble hockey. I have a very important question. When you play bubble hockey, are you moving the goalie side to side or to basically shake the little rink? Or do you play straight up where there's no shaking of the goalie to throw things off for the opposing player?
No, shaking the goalie gets you punched in the face.
Okay.
That's a freebie, too.
Amen.
Like, if I catch you shaking the goalie to disrupt my stick handling, you're taking one with you. And there's no penalty on me. You got to deal with it at that point.
I was just very interested because I've played where
Or the
people shake the
jackasses who
goalie.
take the handles and tilt the table.
Well, that's Bush League.
Well, the goalie's not far off. It's just slightly above that. No, you can move your goalie appropriately. If you have to move him quickly to make a save, acceptable. If I'm coming in on a breakaway with the center iceman and you're rattling the snot out of that thing, we're going.
I was just curious on that one.
Do you disagree or agree?
I've played both. It depends. Like, I don't have a problem. If someone wants to shake the goalie, well, then I'm shaking the goalie too. So, but I've also played.
Don't you feel like crap? Then you're like, I feel like I'm lowering myself because this asshat across from me is doing it.
Well, I just, then it makes me want to beat them even more, even when they're shaking the goalie. And
I just like to add a physical element to it, though.
Don't we know it?
What?
Just like to fight, man.
I didn't say fight, just a physical element.
That's fighting, Jamie.
If I pop a guy, it's not a fight. He's got to pop me back. Then we have a fight.
Very true.
Whatever.
One's just assault.
Allegedly. Depends who represents you.
That's assault, brother.
All right, let's do one more from Beer Rower. Hot take or hot garbage? Marsh will win the TMA crowd tomorrow.
Oh, there's absolutely hot take.
Okay, so let's expand this, though. Is the competition really that great?
Okay, it is. You got good people over there.
They're great people, but have you heard the way their listeners talk to them?
Well,
they enjoy that.
I think it's I think it's a sign of endearment.
I believe they enjoy that.
Doug's the elder statesman, and he's been taking all that punishment for years. And I love Doug.
Who doesn't love
I think
Doug?
they like that.
I think Doug's funny.
Doug is very funny.
I think he's really funny.
He's got some of the
His
best
timing
dry wit and timing.
Is impeccable.
No doubt.
And Martin's just got that snark to him.
Sure.
Yeah.
True that. Why you do that? Trying to be a tough dad, but you'd be making me laugh, Hot take on that, though.
I'm sure I'll get hit on tomorrow.
Hit on by
That's kind of
listeners.
presumptuous.
Wow.
Well, it's happened before.
It's kind of cocky.
a little bit.
It's happened before.
Right? I'm sure I'll get hit on.
It's happened before.
You sound like my son when he goes out. I'm sure I'll get hit on.
Easy.
I got to tell him, settle
No
down.
big deal.
Yeah,
I'm sure I will.
I'm quite a catch. Oh, yeah, you are. Yeah. Quite the catch, all right. Show me your bank statement. Just kidding, son. I love you.
No, you're not. You're not kidding. All right. That was hot take or hot garbage. Mizzou, huge win last night in college basketball. A buzzer-beating victory.
Let's talk that basketball.
Mizzou going up. Illinois going down. And St. Louis University, well, they're just staying high. You know what I mean? Little college basketball roundup next on 101 ESPN.
Johnny Londoff is Chevrolet, the name you know, the name you trust. He's been my friend for over 28 years now, and I've been a customer for over 25 years. First time I met Johnny Londoff, I knew that he was passionate about a few things. One, providing great vehicles and great deals to people, but also making people feel comfortable and making them feel like family when they're making a huge purchase in their life. And that's what I fell in love with when you talk about Londoff Chevrolet. It's the customer service and the friendships that they create over there. And now they've got two great locations, not just the original one in Florissant, Missouri, but now they've got one out in St. Peter's. And Jim Saffo and his group are an incredible extension of the Londoff family. They do the exact same thing. Great prices, great service, and great friendship at the same time. My kids have been buying some vehicles from Jim Saffo out in St. Peter's. They love it. And whenever there's a problem, if there is one or they need an oil change, Jim Saffo and his crew are right there for them, just like Johnny Londoff and his crew out in Florissant, Missouri. So if you're looking for a brand new vehicle or a pre-owned vehicle, there's absolutely no better place to go in St. Louis than the Londoff Chevrolet facilities. The original one in Florissant or the new one out in St. Peter's. Don't waste your time anywhere else. When you walk in, tell them that Jamie Rivers sent you. You're going to love everything that goes on over there at both locations of Londoff Chevrolet. But if you can't get there in person, they've got great websites. You can check things out out at Londoff.com or LondoffAutoplex.com. Are you kidding me?
Johnny Londoff Chevrolet.
Welcome back to the Fast Lane. I'm Kerry Davis, joined by Andrew Marsh, Jamie Rivers, and Anthony Stalter. And Jamie had a great idea to talk about some Illinois basketball. I think he was high on the Illini. I know we took a bad loss the other night. Some injuries.
That was a horrific loss.
It was some injuries.
It
And
was a
some
horrific loss. Let's just be honest.
Let me finish. Some injuries that took place, made it into overtime, didn't finish the game in the way that you would have liked. But this Illinois team, Anthony, is still, in my opinion, at worst a 3 seed, but at best, I mean, depending on how the Big Ten tournament goes, depending on how the rest of the season goes, maybe a 1 seed. Seeing how we finish out, that's just my opinion. This team, when healthy, got a chance to win it all, Ant. I know you like that.
Every great team has to face some adversity.
Yeah, man.
I don't understand why you're not being honest.
No, I'm being very honest.
You were a 10.5-point favorite on your home court.
And our
against a
second
Wisconsin
best player
team
was
that you lost to again last year as well. What are we doing here?
If I may, our second best player was ruled out shortly before the game began. That matters. They're struggling a little bit defensively, struggling a little bit. You know, it's sports, man. You know, you ain't gonna win them all, Ant. And I know you know that. You know that better than anybody. You can't win them all. You know what I mean?
No, but you try.
You do try.
You try
and sometimes the other team has a better, end of the game than you do, this guy. You know what I mean? He was so excited to talk about Illinois basketball, he couldn't wait to get in here to talk about the Fighting Illini.
Yeah, how about no fight in the Illini here recently?
Here we
just
go.
saying.
That's what I was telling him.
And I'm not dogging on Illinois because I was excited that we had something that was winning around here in these parts.
St. Louis has.
But
we played six
Mizzou,
guys.
They should play more. Whose fault is that?
We're dealing with injuries, man.
Everybody deals with injuries. I don't stop making excuses.
The bench was short because we had some injuries.
Find some taller players.
No, not that type of short. one starter, Boswell's been out for a while. Stojakovic was injured.
Pedro Stojakovic?
Feeling sick. Nah.
How's that guy still have eligibility?
Not him.
Huh.
It's his child.
It's his child? You don't know that.
It is.
Okay, so let's talk real here for a second. Illinois still ranked 8th in the nation, 20-4. They're sliding. They slid to 3 spots. They've lost, 2 or 3 in a row here now?
They lost 2 in a row.
2 in a row. Mizzou climbing, not in the rankings, but climbing. They've won 3 in a row with a chance to have what they're calling one of their best weeks in a long time if they beat Texas. The one that's got me really thinking, though, is SLU. Now, I know they don't play the competition per se, but they've won 17 in a row or something crazy.
They've been phenomenal.
17 in a row right now. They've played fantastic. Again, I understand some of the games that they're playing, but there's the games on your schedule. They can't help that.
But they still rank 24th at KenPom. So, and KenPom is going to factor all those things in. They're going to factor in strength of schedule. They're going to factor in things like where your offense rating is, where your defensive rating is, based off of your competition. They're ranked 24th.
So when's the last time that we had Mizzou, Illinois, and SLU all as, we'll call them, Illinois and SLU for sure. Mizzou is knocking at the door as competitive teams.
All 3?
All 3.
Oh, boy.
I've been here a long time, since 1993, and I can't remember, and I left, so there could be a year or 2 that I've missed just by not living in St. Louis. I can't remember when all 3 were prominent.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, obviously, you've had Mizzou and Illinois in the tournament before together.
SLU and
SLU has made it, but I'm just referencing when all 3 has made it. Carey, do you know off the top of your head?
I'm looking. I'm trying to see. Last time SLU was in the tournament was 2018, 2019. I would bet money that Illinois was in the tournament that year because that's kind of standard operating procedure.
Someone
for
says
the Fighting
2017. Somebody else says 2014.
No, we weren't in the tournament.
But just because they all made the tournament doesn't mean they're prominent.
They were all.
But I think that's a good baseline, right?
Yeah, sure.
I think that's a good starting point. So Mizzou was not in the tournament in 2019 when SLU was in it, and you said Illinois wasn't either.
Nope. So
SLU
2012,
was also
2013.
SLU was also in the tournament in 2014, but Mizzou was not in 2014. They lost to Colorado State in 2013. 2012, SLU was in. They beat Memphis in the first round before losing by 4 to number 1 seed Michigan State. Mizzou was in the tournament in 2012. That was when they lost to Norfolk State.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Illinois
was in that year as well.
Okay, so 2012. 2012 was the last.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, the last time
Carey,
that all 3
It's been
were
a
in the
while.
tournament.
There you go.
Since we had all 3
And
there.
Mizzou. Sweet voice. Mizzou was a 2 seed that year when they lost to Norfolk State.
That was a rough one, man.
SLU was a 9 seed. What was Illinois that year?
Oh, I stopped looking. I'll find it. In 2012, 2013? They were a... Oh, hell, how do I find it? Who knows, Anthony?
Okay. All right, that's fine. No, you know what, Kerry? Don't worry about it. You just add it up. Don't worry about
I
it.
did. I don't know where it went.
I don't want you stressing.
They were
this.
a 7 seed.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. So that was the last time all 3 basketball teams were not only relevant but good in making the tournament.
It's kind of fun, right?
Hell yeah, it's
We've
fun.
got these 3 teams back, and I'm not taking a shot at Illinois. They're the best team of the bunch right
They
now.
are, yeah.
So we talk about them losing 2 in a row, and it's fun because Carey gets so...
Yeah, do we love giving Carey
butthurt.
crap? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Especially after you lost to, 2 straight games. I was praising them for their win over Nebraska. I thought that was gritty, tough. And then, you put together a couple of stinkers. You can't lose to Wisconsin on your home court. I don't care if you're playing with 6 guys or 3.
If you got 3, you don't got enough. You know what I mean?
Your 3 is better than Wisconsin's 12. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know about that, man.
Well, maybe
apparently
it's
not.
tough for players.
That guy's injured,
Apparently not.
not doing well, not being well. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's part of life. But we won't complain. We'll just keep playing. Keep doing our thing. You know what I mean, Ant?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Go Mizzou. Go Illini. Go Billikens. And go your college basketball team. Yes, you.
Your favorite
Yes,
college
you.
basketball
Whoever your
program.
favorite college basketball program is, they're going to win. They may not play tonight, but they will win their next game. I believe in them. Because they're the best around.
Nothing's going to ever keep you down.
We've got a returning Gauntlet contestant next on 101 ESPN. Yeah, and visit the State Farm Missouri Valley Conference Men's Basketball Championship. It's Arch Madness, St. Louis tradition. We just got done talking about college basketball, so a great time to remind you that when it comes to some great tournament action, check out the Missouri Valley Conference Men's Basketball Tournament. Coming to the Enterprise Center March 5th through the 8th. It is celebrating the 50th year overall in the last 36 years right here in St. Louis. We're talking about 5 decades of great basketball. We've got the Family Fun Pack presented by 101 ESPN. So if you're interested in taking the family, but you don't know about, well, you know, when we get down there, we got to buy what they got to eat, what they got to drink, we got you covered. Family Fun Pack presented by 101 ESPN includes 4 tickets, 4 sodas, 4 popcorns for just $105. That's it. 4 tickets, 4 sodas, 4 popcorns. Coupons available at archmadness.com. Maybe you're alumni of one of the Missouri Valley teams, one of the 12. Maybe you're alumni of Illinois State or Missouri State or Belmont or Northern Iowa. You want to take the family or maybe some friends down to the Enterprise Center? Great. Grab the tickets at archmadness.com. You'll love the action. I love going down to the Enterprise Center when it comes to the Missouri Valley Conference Basketball Championship. Arch Madness, the 5th through the 8th at Enterprise Center. Again, archmadness.com.
Warriors. 4 categories, 1 challenger. Can you survive the Gauntlet?
Brought to you by Blue Note Roofing. Roofing, siding, and gutters. Visit BlueNoteRoofingSTL.com for a free inspection.
402, your time check is brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler with Andrew Marsh, Kerry Davis, and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter, and for a second straight day, we got our guy Curtis back. What's up, Curtis?
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Doing great, man. Congratulations again on victory in round 1. You're back for round 2.
That was a beatdown.
Would you like to take on Marsh, Jamie, or me in round 2?
I would like Jamie today.
Let's go,
Jamie
baby.
Rivers.
All right, Curtis. Good luck, man.
I'm going to need it if it's hockey, but let's go.
You never know.
Never know, man. Sometimes it's not in my wheelhouse.
Yeah.
All right, good luck, man.
Yeah, you too.
All right, Jamie's going to make his way into the cone of silence, where I think our guy Grant is in there. So Jamie will have a nice conversation with Grant. Curtis, go ahead. Tell Andrew Marsh to spin that wheel.
Yep, spin that wheel, Marcy.
All right, Grant. You want to float anything out there? About, I'm sorry, Curtis. Curtis, you going to float anything out there in terms of what you want?
No.
Okay. All right, fair.
All right. Well, Curtis said yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, he did not want football.
He didn't want football against Carey. No, I thought it was baseball.
Maybe it was baseball.
Yeah, it was baseball.
It was baseball.
What about football? You like football?
Football is good, yeah.
Football is good. Football is great. We're getting football questions.
All right.
Awesome.
All right, there you go, Curtis. So round 2, you got football today. Each question is worth 2 points unless you ask for the options. If you ask for the options, those questions become worth 1 point. Are you ready?
Yes, let's do it.
All right. Question 1. In Sunday's Super Bowl, Jason Myers' longest field goal was for how many yards?
Oh, man. They weren't moving the ball very much, so I imagine there was at least something in the 50s. Options aren't going to help. Let's just say 52-yarder. Final answer.
All right, Curtis, question number 2. In Sunday's Super Bowl, which Seahawk returned his interception for a 45-yard touchdown?
Let's take the options.
Is it DeMarcus Lawrence, Devin Witherspoon, or Uchenna Nwosu?
I think it was Witherspoon. Let's go with him. Final answer. Yep.
Question number 3. In Sunday's Super Bowl, how many times was Drake May sacked?
Let's say options are going to be like 4, 5, 6. I think it was 5. Let's say 5. Final answer.
All right, Curtis, final question. In Sunday's Super Bowl, which player led the game in receiving yards? Which player led the game in receiving yards?
Gosh, who knows? Let's take the options.
A.J. Barner, Cooper Kupp, Mac Hollins.
Man. What was the second one again?
I'll give you to me. I'll give you him again. A.J. Barner, Cooper Kupp, or Mac Hollins?
Cooper Kupp. God, there was just so little offense. Terrible. Let's just go with A.J. Barner. Final answer.
Okay. Let's get Jamie back from the cone of silence. Curtis, how you feeling, man?
I feel like I was one off, second guessing myself on all those. Okay. But we'll see.
All right, Carey's back. Not Carey. Jamie, Carey, you've been here. Jamie's back.
You do,
yeah.
Quite a bit.
Yeah, both athletes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
One played football, one played hockey.
Yeah. So far.
Jamie, how was the cone of silence?
It was great. I had a great chat with our guy, Grant. Yeah, good stuff.
Well, good. Excellent. The category today is football.
You know I love football.
Mm-hmm. Pack a lunch.
Whatever.
Question 1. In Sunday's Super Bowl, Jason Myers' longest field goal was how many yards?
Gosh. Probably should have been drinking less and paying attention more. Options.
All right, 36, 41, or 52?
Let's go 41. Final answer.
Question number 2. In Sunday's Super Bowl, which Seahawk returned his interception for a 45-yard touchdown?
Number 7.
Okay, what's his name?
Give me the options.
DeMarcus Lawrence, Devin Witherspoon, or Uchenna Nwosu?
Lawrence. Final answer.
Question number 3. In Sunday's Super Bowl.
Oh, all the Super Bowl stuff, eh?
How many times was Drake May sacked?
A lot. No? Does it count? No?
That doesn't count. Sorry.
I think it was like 7. 6, 7. 6, 7. I know at one point they highlighted 5. I think it was 7. Yeah, shot in the dark, 7. Final answer.
All right, final question. Jamie Rivers. In Sunday Super Bowl, which player led the game in receiving yards?
Options.
A.J. Barner, Cooper Kupp, Mac Hollins.
A.J. Barner. Final answer.
All right, guys.
I don't feel good about this.
Kerry Marsh, we're going to go top to bottom here.
Oh, God.
Top to bottom. You guys feel me on that?
Congratulations, Curtis.
Okay, I'm just going to assume that you guys feel me on that. All right, Curtis versus Jamie.
We feel you.
Thank you. In Sunday's Super Bowl, which player led the game in receiving yards? We just heard Jamie take the options, and he went with Seattle's tight end, A.J. Barner. Curtis did the same thing. He went with A.J. Barner. Correct answer is...
Mac Hollins.
Mac Hollins got the one long pass in the fourth quarter.
You confused me. You said going top to bottom.
Yeah, he did say top to
I don't
bottom.
care what I said.
You confused me. That's why I didn't.
Don't listen. Don't listen to what I say. Know what I meant.
I was confused.
Don't hear me. Know what I meant.
That's
Carey.
why we looked at you like, huh?
Know what I meant.
Okay, all right, we got you now. Bottom to top.
I could say the wrong thing. But you gotta know what I meant. And I apologize. Because I totally fast-laned that up. Okay?
That's why we were looking at you
That's
like,
on me.
What are you talking about?
That's on me. Yeah.
Okay.
Guys, we're going to go bottom to top. You hear me? You feel me?
Makes more sense that way.
All right, there we go. So we got a 0-0 tie. In Sunday's Super Bowl, how many times was Drake May sacked? Jamie said a lot. Then just shot in the dark, without the option, said 7. Curtis, without the options, said 5. After he said, Curtis said options are probably, 4, 5, and 6. Marshy, correct answer is?
It's 6.
6. Your options, Curtis, were 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah.
That was, I wish I could give you a point for that, but we cannot. 0-0. In Sunday's Super Bowl, which Seahawk returned his interception for a 45-yard touchdown?
Number 7.
Curtis with the options said Devon Witherspoon. Jamie with the options went with DeMarcus Lawrence. Correct answer is
Uchenna Nwosu.
Oh,
He's number 7, though, right?
He is.
Got that right.
Marshy, score check.
0-0.
Curtis, stay hot, buddy.
Yeah, we're doing good.
Okay. Comes down to this.
Sure.
Maybe.
I don't know.
In Sunday's Super Bowl,
bad.
Jason Myers' longest field goal was how many yards? Jamie with the options went 41. Curtis without the options, not that it matters, because it's 0-0, but Curtis without the options said 52.
Which was an option.
Which was an option.
Oh, no.
If it's 36, we have a walk-off. It's a 41. Jamie wins. If it's 52, Curtis, my man Martin, wins. Curtis.
You have chosen poorly.
Take that, Curtis.
Curtis, I'm sorry. Jamie was locked in today.
Oh, yeah.
He got a 1-0 win.
Jeez.
Sorry, man.
That's all right. Thanks for having me, guys.
Curtis, I'm embarrassed that I won that way. Trust me.
That's a tough one. That's
Curtis, sorry, pal. Thanks for listening,
That's
though.
all right.
Thanks for playing.
Yep. You guys have a good weekend.
You
All right, you too.
man. See you,
Thank
buddy.
you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Nice job, Jamie.
I don't know if you can say that.
Well, hey, wait, it's going to go down.
Number 7 had the information.
You got the right number, just didn't have the right name.
Yeah, that should get a half a point for that.
Nah, I don't think that's how it works.
Whatever.
Hey, it goes down as a win in Marshy's spreadsheet. That's all that matters.
You would have had 7 had that last sack been considered a sack. They called it an interception, so they took away the sack.
Dang
So it ended up being
So I should have still
6.
got a half a point.
No. It was 6.
Mm-hmm. All right, boys.
Good job, man.
Andrew Marsh found a trade option for the Blues.
What?
But how fast did the Blues say no to it? That's next on 101 ESPN. Hey, this month, Auto Centers Nissan is clearing inventory fast, and those who wait, man, you're going to miss it. So head out to Herculaneum right now. Tell them Stalter sent you. If you're looking for new Nissans on select new Nissan models, you can get 0 payments for 6 months, 0 money down, and 0% APR for 60 months if you're looking for used vehicles. So they got options for you, too. Shopping used, select pre-owned vehicles, qualify for 0 down and no payments for 3 months. Here's what you get, though. Whether you finance a new vehicle or finance a pre-owned vehicle, you will get the walk-away finance protection from Auto Centers Nissan. That helps defend you from negative equity, loan equity, if your life changes unexpectedly. They also give you the 30-day return promise on every new Nissan. So if you're not completely in love with the vehicle within the 30 days and you're like, man, I'm having a little buyer's remorse on this, I wish I went with a different make or different model or different color, Auto Centers Nissan got you covered. Bring the vehicle back, they'll refund your money, and they'll set you up with something else. Auto Centers Nissan, you're guaranteed to find a vehicle that you love. So head there to Herculaneum or check them out online first at autocentersnissan.com. Marshy, I know you dug up a trade. You found this trade on the old interweb.
Did you find
trade
it on
simulator
on Twitter?
You went on the line. And you found this.
On the
Did you do
line.
like the trade simulator, like in the game, where you can
Did not
make sure
do
the
that.
salaries are equal and good?
No, that's
everything works.
Carey, that's too realistic.
Yeah. They call the other mode Dodger mode. You just buy
whatever you want?
Yeah.
That's the best way to go about it, man. What are we talking about? It's more fun that way, Anthony.
I hear you.
That was really fun. I really appreciate it.
No
Thank
problem.
you.
Marshy.
Yes.
Go ahead. Go with the trade.
That's the
Marsh,
cue,
what is
Marshy.
going on with you?
What's the problem?
What is the
Y'all
problem?
are pissing him off. That's
No,
what's the
we're not.
problem.
Why are we
How do we
pissing you
piss him
off?
off?
You pissing him off, Anthony.
Why am I?
Because you're just pissing him off. You're in
Is
the
that
way.
true, Marshy?
No, I
He shaved
I thought
his
you were gonna
beard
say
off.
something.
He was pissed off.
Is that an act of rebellion?
Yeah, hell yeah.
No.
Why else
I
would
had
you
to shave.
shave?
My face was getting a little itchy, and football season was over, so I thought it was, sort of we're stepping into
Rachel
the next
got tired
season.
of it, is what you're saying.
Anyways, so I found this on The Athletic, and it's NHL trade matchmaker predicting top targets, where they go by the deadline, and there's different parts to this, different players throughout, the series by Chris Johnston and James Myrtle. Well, this is part 5, and one of the names that was brought up, and I did see this on like NHL trade rumors earlier in the week, but I didn't really pay any attention to it. But this is something that came out yesterday from these guys with The Athletic, and the name that they brought up was Jesper Wallstedt, and he is a goaltender for the Minnesota Wild. His contract terms, 2027 RFA, current cap hit $2,200,000, and the trade board ranking, he is at number 10. And both of these two gentlemen posted a team in which this player could end up going to, and James Myrtle said the destination could be St. Louis. And he went on to write, goaltending has been one of the biggest issues for the Blues this season, and it may well finally be time to turn the page on Jordan Binnington 7 years after his cup-winning heroics. Could a package that includes Braden Shen or Robert Thomas and Binnington entice the Wild to move their goalie of the future, plus other assets to go really big on the present? If so, this could be a deal that makes sense for these two central rivals at different ends of the standings. Bill Guerin has certainly shown a willingness to be bold, and this could set them up for multiple runs at a championship after decades in the mushy middle.
Yeah. I see no reason why the Blues would make that trade.
So how fast do the Blues say no to this trade?
Just as fast as Jamie just did.
As I'm listening to it, I'm giving it a path. I was trying to find a path for it to make sense, but it just doesn't.
I don't mind the goaltender.
I don't mind the goalie, but like that's a big ask. And then like Hofer's your number one, probably, or is he battling this guy? You got two guys that are like now the same age, both battling for number one. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how this moves the needle for you. And contrary to what they're saying, I don't think goaltending is really the overall problem. Has it been great this year? No, it hasn't been. As far as like night-to-night basis, it hasn't been great. Joel Hofer has played better than Jordan Binnington has this year. That's just a fact. The numbers bear it out, and the eye test would bear it out, too, at this point. But to think that that's your biggest problem? Giving up scoring chances in high-danger areas is your biggest problem. Special teams are your biggest problem. Not scoring goals are your biggest problem. Before I'd worry about trading for a goalie. How is the goalie going to help them score goals? How's he going to help the penalty kill or the power play?
Jamie, you don't know ball.
So, again, I'm just asking questions.
It doesn't, man.
When the empty net happens, the goalie takes a shot on it. Hofer's done it plenty of times this year. Now, you got to get to where the other team has an empty net, but
we haven't seen that very often.
We'll worry about that later.
I would be intrigued if, he did write plus other assets. What are those other assets?
Kaprizov.
Yeah. That'd be nice.
Right?
I'd take him.
Actually, I'd rather take Quinn Hughes.
Okay.
Or Brock Faber.
Sure.
Those are realistic, right?
All of them.
Or Brock Lesnar.
How about all of them? Yeah.
Not Brock Lesnar.
Is that real? I'd take him.
He did play
Don't
in
know
Minnesota.
what I'd do with him, but I'd take him.
Brock Lesnar was a Viking.
He was. He actually wasn't bad for a guy who never really played football before.
That was the reference in that song. New man on the Minnesota Vikings. That was him.
I don't think that was it, actually.
That was a while ago.
It's been a while.
That song is out relatively.
I can't believe you just said
It was
that.
Kirk Cousins.
But I'm actually so happy and impressed that you did that.
No, I got it.
Who sang
You
it?
landed the plane.
Oh, geez.
Nah,
I know who sings it.
Yeah. Who sings it?
You charge him.
No, I'm not asking you.
What's the song?
The song? Minnesota Vikings.
Oh, yeah.
Nicki Minaj?
No. Cardi B?
No. This is how I sound, right?
I gotta be in the ballpark.
With Cardi B and Nicki Minaj, he's close.
It's a black woman singer.
With some bootay.
Okay.
I
mean, come on,
so
man.
is Leonard Skinner and Metallica.
No. The Cranberries lead singer is a woman, and you said, like, Guns N' Roses.
Okay. I was just saying.
You said White Zombie.
The same thing.
No, the Beatles. Who did he say for the Beatles the other day?
One time you said Cher.
Yeah.
I was right with Cher.
No, you weren't.
I was right with Cher.
Do
you believe in love?
That is Cher.
See? I was right with that one.
I don't know. What is it?
Starts with an L.
She got some baby got back.
L. Give me another hint.
All I can give you.
It rhymes with a former Cub.
Oh, yes. Now retired.
Yeah. He's a first baseman.
Lindbergh.
Yes! Vindicated. Yes. A first baseman that just retired from the Cubs.
Just. Played with the Yankees.
Last name.
Lizzo.
There you go.
Come on, man.
Lindbergh.
Ryan Sandberg.
Wouldn't that be Landberg?
I don't know. Lace.
Hey.
Mark Grace. Former first baseman for the Cubs, who's retired.
Oh, my Lanta.
Oh,
Hey,
man.
look, I got it.
I feel better now. It's not as easy as it looks, is it, Anthony?
I got it right. Eventually.
618 brings up the question, and we typically see this with baseball, too, how teams don't really want to trade in the division. Why the fast lane when we make trades to a team in our division, making them better? Stupid to bury ourselves even more in the Central.
I don't disagree with that. There are certain trades that it doesn't matter. Like when you're so far out of it, it really doesn't matter. This year you are, but if you're the Blues, you're not anticipating or wanting to be so far out of it next year. And then if you're playing the Wild as many times as you do within your division, and your own guys are sticking it to you again, like, how about that? You know, or if they're just helping that team keep winning hockey games and you're chasing them the whole time. If you're a bottom feeder, perennially.
Perennially. Yeah.
Why can't
Perennially.
Perennially.
You're a
There we go.
You're a perennial.
There you go.
You're a perennial bottom feeder.
Yeah. If that's the case, then it doesn't really matter who you trade with. But I don't think Steiner and Army have any aspirations of being a team that just feeds other teams because they're terrible. So
Yeah, it doesn't seem to make sense.
It doesn't seem to be part of the plan.
Yeah, I agree. All right. It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. Don't forget, tomorrow morning, you're going to help heat up St. Louis during the 26th annual Hardee's Rise and Shine fundraiser. So stop by any participating Hardee's in the bi-state area this Friday morning and grab a sausage biscuit or egg biscuit for just $1. 100% of the proceeds of all funds collected will help heat up St. Louis, supporting people in need in both Missouri and Illinois. That's this Friday morning at any participating Hardee's. Find out more info at 101ESPN.com. We've got our Sports Six-Pack Part 1 coming up, so if you got a question, send it in. Air Comfort Service text line is 314-399-9646. Part 1 of the Sports Six-Pack next.
If you're looking to sell your home here in the St. Louis, St. Charles area, there's really only one person to call, and that is Gloria Lute. With your home sold guaranteed realty, Gloria has been in the business for well over 20 years here in the area, so she completely understands the real estate landscape, meaning she knows that each zip code carries a different price range. So if you're putting your home on the market, the worst thing you could possibly do is price it the wrong way. Either you price it too high and it sits forever, or you price it too low. It sells quickly, but you lose money. So Gloria Liu knows that, and she's going to price your home adequately. She's going to make you the most money possible while selling your home for as fast as she possibly can. But there is one thing. You do have to call her. Call her on her cell phone and tell her that Jamie Rivers sent you in. Her number's 314-325-6888. Again, that number's 314-325-6888. Or you can always visit GloriaHasTheBuyers.com.
ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. A great performance out of Jordan Binnington earlier this morning in the Olympics as Canada took down the Czechs by a final score of 5-0. Jordan Binnington, 26 save shutout. They'll take on Switzerland tomorrow. Team USA in the process of taking on Latvia right now. We also talked with Chris Kerber about Jordan Binnington earlier today. If you missed that conversation, make sure you go to 101ESPN.com or check out the free Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. Just head to the podcast page and you'll find all of our interviews and all of our shows there, and it's all brought to you by the Schaefer Door Company. We have part one of our Sports Six-Pack coming up next, so get your questions into the Air Comfort Service text line, 314-399-9646. Part one of the Six-Pack is next. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer.
It's time time for the Fast Lane to answer your sports questions.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. I want to have them answered immediately.
Asking me all these weird questions.
Answer the question.
Answer the question.
Answer me!
Refreshed by Urban Chestnut. Urban Chestnut Swickle Light Premium Light Beer. Live your lifestyle, St. Louis.
Time for the Sports Six Pack here on the Fast Line on 101 ESPN with Kerry Davis and Jamie Rivers and Anthony Stalter. Here's Andrew Marsh with the first question to the Air Comfort Service text line 314-399-9646.
Question number 1.
All right, from the 618, would you rather have an Olympic gold medal or a Stanley Cup ring?
Stanley Cup ring. Stanley Cup ring means many years in the league after that and usually more money, bottom line. It's nice to get the Olympic gold medal and all, but I never grew up wanting to win an Olympic gold medal. Just didn't. Grew up wanting to win the Stanley Cup. I don't know why, but there's more weight behind it. Being able to hold that cup above your head, having won 4 playoff series, best out of 7. I feel like there's more that goes into it. So Stanley Cup ring for me. Kerry, what about you?
Oh, definitely Stanley Cup. I mean, get my name, get to hoist that thing over my head as I skate around. Come on, man. Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't want that? I get to have it for a day.
You do.
Do whatever the hell I want to do.
Whatever
Easy.
you like.
Yeah, take it, throw it in the pool, jump in the pool.
That's what they did
Drink
in
a beer
Pittsburgh.
out of it.
You know, the Pittsburgh Penguins are the reason there's a keeper of the cup now?
Oh, really? What did they do?
Oh, what didn't they do? Apparently, just a couple of stories that I know that are safe for radio. One is at Mario Lemieux's house. Somebody threw it off the roof of his house into the pool and broke the top of the cup.
Really?
Yeah, and then another one of the team members will remain nameless. He might be on the Canadian bench as far as coaching staff's concerned. Took a cab home from an establishment and forgot the cup in the cab.
Oh, I heard about that one.
Yep.
I did hear about that one.
And then also it ended up at another establishment and was sitting front row.
With some ladies?
Yep, and was left there.
How do you leave?
Well, because everybody gets, it's not hard, right? Everybody's hammered. They're like, fine, so-and-so will get it. So-and-so will get it. You get to the next place. Where's the cup? Oh,
I thought you grabbed it.
So Philip Pritchard was then hired to be the keeper of the cup, and now they have somebody babysitting the cup at all times.
He's seen some things then.
Oh, he's seen some things. He's in therapy.
He should write a book. He's going to have to write a book.
Oh, he signed a NDA.
He can't say anything?
Wow. Cannot.
Wow.
Cannot repeat.
The money that he's missing out on, man.
Yeah. So he's there all the time.
It's him. They've got, I think, 2 people. At one point, they had 3, but yeah, it's the same people.
Every year.
Every year.
And they have to, I mean, they
So it's their job, man. You're the keeper of the cup.
Yeah.
So
You're basically the bodyguard.
It's every day throughout the summer, right?
Yeah,
different player.
And anytime there's an appearance throughout the year, they show up with it. They fly with it. Like it's a real thing, man.
It's a person.
It might as well be. It might as well be. So yeah. So I don't know how we got started here, but yeah, give me a cup ring.
Give me that cup. Stanley Cup.
Question number 2.
From the 636, what team do you love to watch lose?
Dodgers.
Yeah, I don't like the Dodgers.
Or the Steelers.
I mean, when
enjoy
a team doesn't lose that much, it probably does feel better when they finally do. I can.
No, you know who I really like to see lose?
Any team from Boston, I enjoy it.
Oh, stop.
I do.
The Lakers. I love watching the Lakers lose. I do. I love watching certain players just pout.
For me, a team lose, like, we talk like playoff losses, heartbreaking losses. I mean, I don't take any particular joy in watching a team lose. I'd rather win.
That's a lie.
I'd rather win than watch another team lose. I don't care. I don't think about other teams that much. You know what I mean, Marshy? Think about what we got to do to get the dub. That's all that matters.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. I love watching certain teams lose, and it has more to do with their fan base I think it's more of a fan base thing where people that they have this ego where they think, oh, our teams are the best. Like, look what we're doing right now. It's like, why don't you sit down for a second, watch your team lose, and then come back to me, and then you'll feel like the rest of America.
Dang.
You know?
Yeah, sure.
Wow. Okay.
Listen, I don't blame him. I like that sort of spite. I do.
There's one particular fan base, as of recent, that I've enjoyed watching them lose because for whatever reason they feel like they've won something, and in fact they haven't won anything, much like my favorite team hasn't won anything. Can you guess that team, Anthony?
Mizzou?
Oh, you know what?
They won the border war. You bite your tongue.
You know what, Anthony? You might. Yeah,
It wasn't them?
No, it's not Mizzou.
I don't want
You're gonna get it now.
Anthony, that's not
they're already pissed. I don't care. If I don't say Mizzou is the greatest in ever, then they're upset. I could call them a great team. They're gonna have a great season. Be like, you don't believe in us, you sick son of a. I hate you. So whatever.
Who is it, Marcy?
We're gonna send me bots on X. You don't know what you're talking about. Well, why are you tweeting at me then? Marsh, who was it?
It's the Lions.
The Lions?
Oh, yeah. Have you seen their fans?
Their fan base. They haven't won anything. I gotta tell you, that is a terrible answer.
That would be like a human being not eating for 20 years, and then they get food, and they eat too much, and you're mad at them.
Look at you, Greedy.
No, they get it, and then they shove it in your face.
Oh, my God. Shoving anything in our faces. Lions
You guys
fans?
aren't on Twitter enough.
You're terrible.
It's awful.
Not on Twitter enough?
I told you he's a bad guy, man. This is
He's a
your
terrible
fault.
human being.
This is your fault. You did
Your
this.
fault.
They're little Twitter trolls.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, Marsh,
That was a bad
I've seen
take.
some stuff.
No,
in
it's
my
not.
day. That's a horrible.
It's not.
take. Horrible.
Your algorithm's not my algorithm.
That'd be like saying the Pittsburgh Pirates have a successful season. You're like, I hate Pirates fans. I like to rub it in your face.
Yeah.
What the hell, dude?
You guys
That's
just
like
don't get
almost
it.
like Indiana Hoosiers. Like you mad at the Hoosiers won the national championship? You hate their fan base because they're excited?
No,
they ain't never won.
It's the same thing.
No, it's not.
It's identical.
I have many fans who are friends who are Lions fans. And they're all, they know.
They
get it.
suffering.
Anthony, that doesn't mean that they're the Twitter trolls that I see online.
No, that's true.
You don't have to follow those guys.
I don't. There's something about the algorithm. It just shows up on your timeline.
It's the algorithm, man.
Things just started showing up on my timeline.
It's the algorithm.
That was harsh, man.
What are you looking at?
Damn algorithm.
If that's the algorithm, what are you looking at?
It's based on what you look at, huh?
I had no idea. The kids had my phone.
Oh, man. Marshy is on the internet scrolling for hate.
He punches in the search bar. Show me hate. Show me hate.
Oh, man.
Jesus.
Good sweet times.
Wow.
Good sweet fun times.
Tough crowd.
Yep.
Question number 3.
All right, let's just toggle on me. Here we go. From the 618. Would you rather finish 50 and 112 knowing you're going to be bad, or finish one game out of the playoffs at 90 and 72?
Oh, give me 90 and 72. That
With
much
this
losing,
team coming up, give me 90 and 72.
that much losing is bad for the spirit. It's bad for the soul. Losing is like, it affects your quality of life. Like, if you're a player and you constantly lose, I'm telling you, man, I was losing so much as a high school coach one year as an assistant. I thought I was sick. I went to the doctor, like literally went to the doctor.
So that pressure, stress.
I was like, I got to be sick. We didn't score a touchdown, but I was the offensive coordinator. We didn't score a touchdown for like 5 or 6 weeks.
It wasn't your fault, Kerry.
I was like, I'm physically sick.
5 or 6 weeks.
5 or 6
Not
weeks,
even by accident?
Anthony. It wasn't on purpose.
No, I mean, you didn't score one by accident?
No, hell no. There's a lot of
deflected
3 and out.
off somebody?
Man, it was bad. We changed the offense like 3 times. That wasn't my doing, but yeah, it was bad. I'll never forget that.
What high school is this?
This is when I was at Hazelwood West. Now, I will say.
Oh, you were trying to ruin them. Now I get it.
Planted
Because you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing.
That's horrible. Those kids are trying,
Those
Kerry.
kids were trying.
I was trying too.
And you Mr. Golden Eagle.
We were trying Hawk. Yeah.
You,
Bird.
Hawk,
Golden Bird,
Harrelson. You're trying to ruin them.
Nah, man, we were trying to win.
You're trying to ruin the Hazelwood West Wildcats. How could you do that to them?
They're still trying to figure out what happened.
They're doing the autopsy. They're like, what happened?
There's somebody listening to it right now. Went, that's what it was.
Some kid's driving around right now. Oh, that's what it was. My coach was purposely sabotaging me.
I was not.
Yeah.
I do have a supporter in the Air Comfort Service text line. That's good.
What would they say, Marsh?
618 says, as a fan of another NFC North team,
Bears.
Marshy is 100% correct. Lion fans have become the most obnoxious online trolls with absolutely nothing in that trophy case to back it up.
What are you scrolling for,
You guys
man?
are just looking at too much
That team
hate.
has suffered, man. Yeah. Barry Sanders was one of the best players of all time. That man couldn't even sniff a championship.
No.
Very seldom can sniff a lot of playoff games either.
Man.
That's very true, too.
You guys need
Harsh but fair.
You need to cool it on Mizzou fans.
We didn't say.
We didn't say anything.
Oh.
What, Marsh? Say it.
I didn't say.
Are their feelings hurt?
Well, they might be.
Well, we're sorry.
Hey, they won the border war, man. We got that.
Well, they haven't won a lot, guys.
But listen, that's what I said earlier this year. And I got tortured because I was like, why are you celebrating the border war? Now I know why they celebrated it. 8-4 gets an extension.
That they feel that way.
There you go.
All right, we'll continue our Sports Six Pack Part 2 is next on 101 ESPN.
It's time for the Fast Lane to answer your sports questions.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions, and I want to have them answered immediately.
Asking me all these weird questions.
Answer the question.
Answer the question.
Answer me!
Refreshed by Urban Chestnut. Urban Chestnut Swickle Light Premium Light Beer. Live your lifestyle, St. Louis.
Part 2 of the Sports Six-Pack is right now. 314-399-9646 is our Air Comfort Service text line. Marshy, question 4, please.
Question number 4.
From the 618, how do the Blues get out of number 17's contract?
James Schwartz? Cam Fowler? I'm going to be patient with that one, as this, I feel like almost the entire team has had a down year. It has not been a great season for anybody, so I'm not going to hang it on Cam Fowler. I think Cam Fowler has tremendous upside. We saw just how good he can be last year in the playoff run and in the playoffs. He was one of your top scorers, I believe, if not your top scorer in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
His hockey talent hasn't fallen off a cliff here. It's just, it hasn't been a good year. So I'm going to refrain from getting out from under that contract based on the same parameters of my Colton Parayko discussion earlier. Justin Falk likely to be moved. If he isn't, that'll be a surprise. Likely to be moved. That leaves you with 3 guys that are actual top 4 defensemen. If you get rid of Cam Fowler, or you get back down to 2, no idea what Lindstein's going to be. Unproven. Jiricek, his upside is tremendous, but he hasn't played 1 game of pro hockey yet. And that's still only 2 guys. Like, what's Tyler Tucker, Logan Mayo, Matthew? You're not flooded with top-end defensemen.
Right.
I'm going to give that one some time to marinate.
Question number 5.
From the 314, do you think that Olympic ice skaters, both sprint and figure skaters, are they better skaters than NHL players?
No, absolutely not. Who's hitting them? Where's the resistance? How many stops, cutbacks do they have to make while looking over their shoulder so that someone's not murdering them? So you can talk about certain edge work for figure skating, and it sure looks pretty, and they can do the jumps and all that. And I'm not saying that they're not great at what they do. They're phenomenal. But I'm sorry, they're not doing it while under pressure by other human beings on the ice with them. Is there pressure in the judges and people watching? Of course there is. But you can say that about the hockey team too. You've got to skate down the ice, make a play while someone's all over you, while the entire nation is watching at the same time. That you maybe make a bad play, turn the puck over. I think they're all different skill sets. Everybody's a great skater in their own category. I just think that hockey players, being the fact that someone can run you over and that someone is leaning on you, shoving you, cross-checking you, you have to stabilize all the time. You're resetting your body the entire time, whereas figure skaters and speed skaters, they don't have to worry about their own weight transfer and their own balance. They don't have any other obstructions in the way.
Which of the 3 groups of athletes would be the best in terms of if they had to switch skates?
Oh, wow. The hockey player would be last because our skates are the easiest ones.
Okay.
It's just bottom. We don't have a toe pick, and we don't have blades that are the size of my leg. We don't have those, like the 12-inch, 14-inch skate blades that they have. So them going to a smaller, there'd be an adjustment, but they'd figure it out. And figure skaters, they wear the same kind of skate except no toe pick. They'd be able to figure it out quickly too. So I'd say that hockey players would be at the biggest disadvantage.
Question number 6.
From the 636, across sports, who was the prospect you were the most correct about being good, and who was the one you were most wrong about being good?
LeBron I was most wrong about.
You thought he was going to be good?
Oh, come on, man. That was harsh.
Dang.
He's great. You were wrong.
I was wrong.
See, Carey?
I just thought in high school, like, oh, they're showing this kid's high school games. There's no way he lives up to this hype. It's too much. It was less about, like, I don't know what the hell I'm looking at for basketball, but it was just more about, this kid is just overhyped. Yeah, he's properly hyped, I would say.
Yeah,
maybe even
yeah.
undersold. So that was the athlete I was most wrong about.
For me, I don't know. You've heard the name Ronnie Fields, haven't you?
Yeah.
Ronnie Fields, to me, he played high school basketball with Kevin Garnett. He was the best player I've ever seen in my entire life. And if you ever saw Ronnie Fields, now he got in a car accident and got injured. He played overseas. He never made it to the NBA. But I was convinced he was going to be the best player in the NBA. It was no way around it. They had a showcase here where him and Kevin Garnett and their team and some other teams played here. I mean, this dude was the real deal. Mm-hmm. And I thought he was going to go be the best NBA player I'd ever seen. But ended up getting injured, had the incident, car accident, and just never panned out. But you couldn't have told me that, why he was better than Kevin Garnett when they were in high school, and he was a year younger.
Yeah.
He was that good of a basketball player. I thought he was going to be the real deal.
Mine's going to be obvious of someone who I thought was going to be, amazing that ended up being really not good at all. It's very obvious because there was a massive persona around this individual, too. Brian Bosworth.
Yeah.
Brian Bosworth, I thought he was going to be the next Lawrence Taylor. Mm-hmm. And the way he was projected, the way they built him up, the whole aura around him, and then it just was not there in the NFL. Bo Jackson ran him over like nothing. He wasn't able to play, couldn't keep up. It was wow. It was eye-opening.
I think I've been more wrong on players than right. I was told by several people at Rams Park that Isaiah Peed was going to be the starter, and I ran with it.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Isaiah Fumble Peed?
Yep.
From
Cincinnati.
Yeah.
The player I was right on, though, as soon as they drafted him, a lot of people here were questioning it. I'm like, this kid Aaron Donald's a stud. And I know looking back, well, of course, but at the time, it was defensive tackle out of Pittsburgh. We just took Michael Brocker's couple. I'm like, this kid's unbelievable. So
was it Marty Gilliard?
Mm-hmm. Marty Gilliard was Cincinnati.
I thought he was going to be.
That was a 5th round pick.
I thought he was going to be.
I love that pick.
I thought Marty was going to be really good here as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not so much.
I always found it frustrating when some of the old Rams players would go to other teams and then find success. And I'm like, where was that when you guys were here?
Coaching.
Oh, yeah, that's a huge part of it.
They found coaching,
Other good teammates, good players.
Yeah, better teams around them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I looked at I think we talked about this a couple weeks ago, but when the Rams played the Seahawks with the NFC West on the line, I looked at that box score, I went back and looked, and I don't remember any of their wide receivers.
Any of the Rams wide receivers?
Correct.
Oh, in the final.
In that final game.
When they lost.
To the Seahawks.
Okay, yeah. It cost them the division, and then.
Yep.
Yeah, they struggled to find some wide receivers.
Any of those guys.
Yeah. Yeah, not great.
No.
Was that the Drew Bennett years?
I don't even know.
Okay. All right, that's fair. That's fair, Marsh.
I don't even know who that is, Anthony. I'm going to be completely honest.
They signed him from Tennessee. Do you remember Drew Bennett?
I do. He had a big contract, too.
He was a Titans wide receiver. Came in, did absolutely nothing. So that would have been 2011, March?
I don't think was it?
Maybe 2010.
I thought it was a 2011 season, but you might be right. Let's see. They played the 49ers last game of the season, so you're probably right. St. Louis Rams, 2010. Still waiting, still holding.
Drew Bennett was here before that. He was last played here in 2008.
Okay. Yeah, Seahawks, Rams. So let's check out these wide receivers. Oh, Denario Alexander.
Okay. Yeah.
He's obviously a Mizzou product. Danny Amendola.
Okay, yeah, I do remember him.
Brandon Gibson. Marty Gilliard.
Okay.
And LaRon Robinson.
Nope.
What year was this?
2010. LaRon Robinson was a 3rd-round pick of the Falcons. Yeah, not the best. Not the best group of receivers.
But they tried hard, man.
Oh, yeah, there's no doubt about it.
Yeah, they played hard.
It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. We got our biggest question of the day. This is one by Carey that I find to be kind of fascinating, especially as it applies to multiple sports. It's next on 101 ESPN.
All right. It is that time of year right now. College basketball heating up. It's going to be a lot of fun as we watch that tournament unfold. And you can bet all sorts of fun things over at Circa Sports. They've got everything going on there. They've got great player props, amazing parlays. And the one thing you can count on with Circa Sports is they're not going to cut you off or limit you if you're winning. That's a huge deal because I know for a fact other apps out there are cutting people off or limiting their winnings because they're successful. Not at Circa Sports. They want to see you win. They love it. They want to keep you playing, and they want to see you happy, and that's by using their app. By the way, the app, find it at the App Store or the Google Play Store. For the state of Missouri, it's the white logo. Click on that, and you are off and running. And remember, they've got great lines on all their futures bets, tight money line splits, and as always, the best odds of any app that is out there on the market right now, which means bigger payouts, and they also have high betting limits. There's really no reason not to download the app and bet like a pro today with my friends over at Circa Sports. So please check it all out. You're going to absolutely love it. For more information, you can always visit circasports.com. Again, that's circasports.com. Must be.
It's time for the Fast Lane's biggest question of the day. Presented by Banner Construction, the experts in James Hardy siding.
It's Fast Lane on 101 ESPN 502, your time check, brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler with Andrew Marsh, Kerry Davis, and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. Kerry, I know that this biggest question of the day actually comes from you.
Yeah.
And I found this question to be very interesting.
I did. So I was looking at, you all know I'm a huge Golden State Warriors fan, and had a player, Jonathan Kuminga, who was recently traded from the Warriors. And it intrigued me because I'm like, why in the hell are you moving on from this young, talented player? He's got so much skill. He can do so many things. And there were reports that came out that how Jonathan Kuminga wanted to be used versus how Steve Kerr viewed him they didn't match up. They were not on the same page. He viewed him more as an athletic wing that could do a lot of things, get rebounds, play really good defense, knock down the open shot when it's available, but not be a guy that's dribbling the ball kind of like what LeBron James is. And I think that may be what Jonathan Kuminga viewed himself as. And then there was another player, Evan Turner, who had a really long career. He mentioned that when a coach told him that he viewed him in a role of a certain player, he understood why Latrell Sprewell responded in the way that he did.
Which was how, Kerry?
He choked the hell out of his coach.
Oh, dang.
Because Evan Turner viewed himself as Kobe Bryant, and the coach viewed him more as Richard Jefferson. Richard Jefferson had a long career, great career. But my point of this question is, as an athlete, and Jamie, you went through this, I went through this, how important is it to marry your thoughts of what you envision yourself along with what the head coach and the coaching staff views you as? Because if not, at best, Jamie, you get traded.
Yeah.
At worst,
yeah,
you're out of a job. You got to go home.
Yeah.
So as a player, like, how important is it for the view, how you're viewed by that staff, by that front office, and everybody in that organization, that it matches up with what you see yourself as being?
Yeah, so I will say this. This, to me, falls on the shoulders of the organization. The management, the coaching staff, everything. Because they're the ones ultimately that have the choice of picking you in the draft or signing you as a free agent.
And he was drafted by the Warriors.
So he drafted. Therefore, you have an interview process with said player.
Yeah.
And the first thing I would ask a player is, where do you envision yourself in the league?
Mm-hmm.
Who do you model your game after? Who do you think you can become?
Who do you think you are?
Who do you think you are? All these things. And the player will tell you what their expectations are, their visions. And most of the times, a player is a little bit out of whack, probably a little higher on themselves.
Always.
Which is fine. But you know what? I don't mind that.
Right.
I'd rather have the kid that tells me how good he is, and the kid's like, well, I don't know, whatever you need me to be. No. Tell me what you are.
Yeah.
Now, if the organization hears those things and then does not communicate to the player that they see him differently.
Right.
Then that's where the miscommunication happens, and that's where disgruntled athletes, and that's where frustrated coaches happen, because you're not on the same page.
Right. And we've seen instances where the organization is wrong. Like, you're
100%.
Kobe Bryant didn't play really at all his first couple of years. You got this all-time great sitting on the bench behind Eddie Jones. Like, he
was solid, though.
Eddie Jones was a really good basketball player. He was not ever Kobe Bryant. So sometimes the organization gets it wrong, and sometimes it takes a new coaching staff to come in. But sometimes the players do have like a false sense of exactly who they are and
the
what
organization
they're
has
capable
to
of.
tell them that before they draft them.
Yeah.
Like, we don't see you like that. If we draft you, this is where we envision you to be. And if you're still available by the time you get to our pick, that will tell me that other teams feel the same way too.
Mm-hmm.
Because if they feel the same way that you do, you're probably going to go top 5. I mean, let's just be honest, right?
Well, he went 7th.
Well,
so
there you
he's
go.
right there.
He's right there. But either way, the team somehow, or if he's no longer the player that you thought he was going to be, I think you have to communicate that too.
Yeah. And as a player, we've talked about this. You had to adjust and adapt in your career. I had to adjust. And I remember sitting in a room, no lie, it was like the size of a phone booth with Les Snead when they cut me from Atlanta. And his words to me, this is before I got to Pittsburgh. It's 2 years before I got to Pittsburgh. His words to me in that room, and I did want to fight him, because if I'd have grabbed a hold of him, he wouldn't have made it out. But I was pissed off. But I listened, and his words to me were, you're too small to be a fullback, and you're not fast enough to be a tailback. So I don't know what you are. And that was what was told to me. And I'm like, well, that sucks. Because you're basically telling me I'm a man without a plan. Like, I ain't got nowhere. But so I could have either taken what he said and let it sit with me, or fortunately for me, I ended up elsewhere and was able to prove that I can be a starting fullback in this league. I'm not too small. I'm not, and I could also run the ball, but I'm probably better suited because Willie can fly. I'm better suited at blocking for him. So, that was what was told to me, and that was something that I had to sit with, digest, and figure out what would be the next steps for me.
Yeah. So for me, it was a little different. I was drafted by one regime as a certain type of player and was projected and told and touted to be the next top power play guy, blah, blah, blah. Then not only did the head coach change, the GM changed. So it was a completely different look on the team. And then by the time I actually stayed in the NHL full time, they're on to a third head coach at that point. So by the time the third head coach and third general manager came through, I was whatever they told me to be.
Yeah. And you're trying to stick around.
Trying to stick around, and I was young, and did I want to stick to my guns and play in the American Hockey League for another year or two and put up big numbers and still not play in the NHL because the big team didn't need that?
Right.
Or do I do what they ask me to do and fill a void that they need and play full-time in the NHL? Well, the answer is easy. Play in the NHL.
Right.
And I thought, when I was young, I thought, this is easier. Mm-hmm. I don't even have to score. This is easy.
No pressure.
Night after night after night, I'm lined up against all these knuckle draggers that are breathing foam and snot and wanting to kill you. I'm like, okay, maybe this isn't easy. And maybe it's not as fun as I thought.
Not fun getting punched. Or having to punch.
Having zero fun, sir.
But, every day I was going to bed as an NHLer.
Yeah.
So you do what you have to do, but to the core of this question, and I think now more than ever, especially the way athletes are trained and the information that they require and the why.
It's so much why now.
But you know what?
We didn't ask questions.
But I'm jealous of it.
Yeah, but we should have.
If I asked why, I didn't. I was gone. I was on a bus somewhere to Kennebunkport, Maine, to play for some team. The athlete now, if they want to know why or what your plan is, just be honest.
Yeah.
If you don't see him as a top pair defenseman or as a first liner, top six forward, say, hey, look, you know what? We project you as a third line center for us. You work hard, you play the game right. You can't. There will be opportunity to move up.
Right.
But if not, we need you to embrace this role. And it took me a while to get to that spot. And in fact, it was my third team with Ottawa, Marshall Johnston, who came and saw me in Grand Rapids. He had me go play one game in the minors and watched me play. And I was sitting in the hot tub. I'll never forget it. He said, we're going to send you down and play 2 games. We'll see if you're in shape so you can play at the start of the season. I went down, played, had a goal, played a great game. Also, I'm sitting in the hot tub with a beer, butt naked in the hot tub with a beer. And Marshall Johnson comes walking into the back room. And he sits in there with me. It's a little bit awkward. And he says, all right, kid, we're going to sign you. But I'm just going to tell you here, this is what we see your role being.
Yeah.
And he says, you need to embrace it. You need to become it. And if you do, you will have success with our team. If you're not willing to do it or you don't want to be that kind of player, then just tell me. No problem. And it was great. I signed, and I was exactly what he wanted me to be. But then halfway through the season, extended me another year. At the time, once everybody got healthy, I'd been scratched for 17 games in a row. And I was like, oh, man. He comes walking in with a contract. Here you go. I go, what's that? He goes, a 1-year extension. Because I really appreciate what you do for this team. Blah, blah, blah. You practice hard. You're in the weight room. You're a good dude. And we know that when we need to break that glass in case of emergency, you're there. And they did. I had to finish up the last 10 games of the season, get us into first place to make playoffs, to have the top seed. But he rewarded me. And so I was like, okay. And it was a good lesson. I was like, okay, I'm never going to be that top-tier player in my career. I know that. Now I need to embrace what I am and be the best version of that player that I can be. And that worked out well for me.
It unlocked you.
It unlocked me in that capacity.
In that point of your career.
And it gave me more years.
Yeah.
So I thank Marshall Johnson for that.
That was in Ottawa, you said?
That was in Ottawa.
That's excellent. Good stuff, guys. It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. TMA live next week for spring training. Tune in all next week as the morning after we'll be broadcasting live from Cardinals spring training in Jupiter, Florida. Don't miss TMA live from spring training every day next week, brought to you by Healthcare Evolution. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow, too, for TMA. Our guy Andrew Marsh is going to be on it.
What? Marshy, what time are you going on?
7 o'clock.
Wait, what? Are you not going to sleep tonight, or are you going to bed as soon as the show's over?
He's pulling an all-nighter.
No. I'll be in bed early.
How many alarms are you going to set?
27.
That is a great question.
Over,
Kerry.
under.
Yeah.
I might have one of you guys call me in the morning, too.
I'll be up.
Yeah, I will, too.
Hey, you mind calling me if I'm not up at this time?
We'll give him a ring.
That's the buddy system, man.
It is
That's what you have to do in training
Well, I
camp.
got to be here at 7.
Oh,
at
Marshy.
the latest. So I'll be up.
How
way
crabby
earlier
is
than that.
Marshy going to become 2 o'clock?
Oh, my God.
Pretty crabby.
Wow, Marshy.
Pretty crabby.
Don't take it out on us, man.
Yeah.
We didn't do it. You chose this.
This is
You
a
chose
you
this life.
problem.
This is a you problem.
did choose this life.
Who's to say I'm going to be crabby?
Well, Marshy, come on now.
You ain't going to have no sleep, man.
Uh-huh.
You don't know that. I
Look
might go
what
to
we
bed.
get when you sleep till noon some days. Come on.
Come on.
Your schedule's going to be thrown off. Oh, you're going to be hot. About
I'm going to
3:30.
be a gentleman tomorrow. Just you watch.
Treat us better than you did those Detroit Lion fans.
Yeah, seriously.
They deserved it.
It's terrible. You got 2 winning seasons out of 30.
Man.
That's my point.
Jeez.
That's my point.
He just doubled
Jesus,
down.
Marshy. You're kicking the body. It's dead.
It's fine.
Terrible.
Makes them tougher.
Well, Marsh is ticked off today. Who else is pissed off? That's next on 101 ESPN.
What are you so mad at?
All right, it's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. Yesterday, Jamie and Carey ticked off a lot of people, namely Jamie.
Yeah, Jamie pissed him off real
Well,
bad. Real good.
He pissed off 50% of the audience and made 50% of the audience real happy with him.
That's usually how life works, though.
Yeah.
Can't make everybody happy.
Whatever, dude.
So who's pissed off today?
Well, I don't know if you all were watching over the weekend. Super Bowl was in San Francisco. They had a lot of events going on. There was a particular thing where you had on stage, you had TJ Houshmandzadeh interviewing Steve Young, Jerry Rice, and Deion Sanders. And Deion mentioned, hey, man, we had a great year. We beat the hell out of the Chargers in the Super Bowl. We had a great time. And then I wasn't invited back. And Steve Young was like, excuse me? Yeah, they moved on from me. Nobody offered me a contract. And Steve Young was visibly sick for the next 5 to 10 minutes. He sunk down in his chair. Like, who the hell didn't give you a contract, Deion? Deion alluded to, some people knew. And he kind of looked over at the guy sitting next to him, who was Jerry Rice. Some people knew they didn't invite me back, huh? And Steve Young sunk down a little bit more. Excuse me? Now, for those that don't know, Deion went on and signed a contract with the Dallas Cowboys, and then they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So Steve Young is a little pissed off over the weekend, finding out that Deion Sanders was not coming back to play with the 49ers, and it was because they didn't offer him a contract.
Ooh.
Who the hell doesn't give Deion Sanders a contract? What are you doing?
Apparently the 49ers.
Yeah, apparently.
That's almost as bad as the Vikings not bringing Sam Darnold back.
I mean, some would say. Yeah, I mean, at least the 49ers still had a quarterback. Speaking of quarterbacks, I don't know if you all, I showed it to you yesterday. Well, Jamie actually sent it to me.
I was blown away.
One of my former teammates, Joey Porter, went on a podcast with Cam Hayward, Craig Ironhead Hayward's son.
Yeah.
And he said some things about our quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger. So I think Ben, my former teammate, might be a little bit pissed off today. Because Joey said a few things about 7, as we call him.
7.
Call him 7's a number.
7's a number.
Not 6. 7.
Said, Ben wasn't really particularly a good teammate.
Did Ben disagree with that?
Well, there were a lot of people, allegedly, former Steelers, that didn't disagree with it.
I saw Antonio Brown say something different this morning. When you've got Antonio Brown in your corner, Carey.
Antonio Brown also said 2 years ago exactly what Joey said, so who the hell knows what Antonio's got going on. Fire up chips.
Yeah.
So I think the Pittsburgh is some people in Pittsburgh are a little pissed off today. I just thought it was very interesting.
Yeah, I would say so. I would say so. All right, Jamie.
Yeah.
Who's pissed off today?
Oh, lots of people are pissed off around the globe that the Canadian Olympic hockey team is not staying at Olympic Village.
What? Are they too good? Are the Canadians too good? The Wi-Fi in Canada is better than what they got in the Village for the Canadians?
Not sure. What I do know is the last 2 Olympics that NHL players went to, they didn't stay at the Olympic Village. So they have the option of staying at the hotel with family and friends, or staying at the Olympic Village, where you're basically you're sleeping in a twin bed.
So they are too good.
Yeah. It's amazing what you get used to when you stay at nothing but 5-star hotels.
This is sickening.
You know what that tells me? USA by 4 goals.
Or
that
Canada by 4 because they're well rested.
Team's not locked in. They're not getting the experience.
Someone told me, too, there are a lot of other things that happen at Olympic Village that could be distracting.
I heard that as well.
Lots of it.
Lots of it going on.
Lots of things going on.
They pour out a bucket of
They do. A
chips.
Fishbowl size of
Cheetos.
We'll just call it protection.
Oh,
and they highly encourage the use of it because there's so much activity.
Yeah.
So
a bowl of protection that is poured out, I think, daily. And that bowl lasts
sunscreen,
maybe
which is weird
2
because
minutes.
it's the Winter Olympics.
Sometimes when
that kind of
athletes are
protection.
done in their event, well, the party goes all night.
Yeah.
And so they can become disruptive to athletes that are still in it.
Some of those athletes actually prefer those activities before their events.
They do.
So I've been told.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy, man.
So that's why I think a lot of the Canadian players were like, probably focus on
Maybe
hockey.
the Canadian families were like, you don't need to stay there.
Honey, I don't think you need to stay there.
I don't think you're going to stay there. You know what? I wanted to stay in this
you don't want to
hotel.
stay there.
I don't, actually. Nope.
That's exactly how it played out. But I was looking for the experience. No, you weren't.
Nah. Nope.
You're competing in the event. That's the experience.
All the experience you need.
So a lot of people pissed off, but not quite understanding some of the dynamics that surround it.
Yeah, certainly.
Yeah.
Nicholas Castellanos might be pissed off today. He got released by the Phillies. He admits now he got benched last year for bringing beer into the dugout.
Not great.
Not the clubhouse, but the dugout.
Yeah, where people can see you.
Yeah. So the Phillies, again, they released outfielder Nick Castellanos today after the team was unable to make a deal to trade him. Castellanos then revealed he was benched last season again after bringing beer into the dugout. He's still owed $20 million.
He brought beer in the dugout?
Yep.
Who doesn't?
Apparently not a lot of people.
The clubhouse.
Yeah.
I mean, what's the difference if he's in the clubhouse or he's
Yeah, you can't see him in the clubhouse.
Yeah. All right. It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. Why don't we talk to one of Jamie's former teammates? Joe Thornton.
San Jose Sharks, Anthony.
Jumbo Joe Thornton.
Team Canada.
Yes. We'll talk to Joe about many things hockey next on 101 ESPN. Hey, stop telling your buddies how great of a night a certain player is going to have and actually put your money where your mouth is. When it comes to fast breaks, buzzer beaters, block parties, Underdog is the best place to play the NBA because you can make entries and win money right now in Missouri. And playing on Underdog is easy. Like I said before, if you got a hunch on a certain player, you like the matchup, why don't you go higher in points or higher in assists or higher in rebounds? It's up to you. Maybe you don't like the matchup for a certain player. You know the player hadn't been playing well, and it winds up being a defensive. It winds up being a tough matchup from a defensive standpoint. Go lower on the stats like points, rebounds, steals, assists. They got it all at Underdog. Get your entries right, and you can win up to 5,000 times your cash. When you download the app to sign up, and they ask you for a promo code, type in my first name, Anthony, because when you do, you're going to score $75 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. Again, use that promo code, Anthony, at Underdog. Make plays, win money. Must be 18 or older and present in Missouri. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play, call 1-800-MY-RESET or visit www.nsbgambling.org. the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN with Super Bowl champ Kerry Davis, NHL veteran Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. Let's go to the Collier and Thompson phone line. We're joined by one of Jamie's former teammates, one of the best in the NHL, Joe Thornton. What's up, Joe?
Hi, boys. Thanks for inviting me on.
How we doing, big boy? You're up in Canada right now for the Pee Wee Quebec tournament. Is that right?
Yeah, Ruby. Thanks. Yeah, we're up here. My son's playing in the Quebec tournaments. We got here Tuesday night. We played a couple exhibition games. Tomorrow, one, and then the official game started on Saturday.
All right, so is the strategy still the same where you should lose the first game and then just run the table on the backside to the final?
Well, we're trying to win every game. Ruby, you know us. We want to win them all.
You know what?
No, it's going to be fun.
Jumbo, here's a great story for you. So on our show, we got Kerry Davis, played with the Pittsburgh Steelers, Super Bowl champion, myself with the Blues. Anthony Stalter played baseball in college. And then Andrew Marsh, our board op, he is a Pee Wee Quebec champion, my friend.
No way.
Yeah, first St. Louis team to ever win it.
Wow, that's incredible. There's so many good teams here, like the best of the best. So we're excited to play in it.
Joe, I'm looking at your career games played. You are top 10, number 6 overall. How in the hell did you manage to play that many games in a career? And how are you feeling now?
I feel good now, believe it or not. I feel pretty. My knees sometimes are stiff. My left shoulder's a little bit stiff, but I like that warm weather. So that's why I stay out in California as much as I can, boys. I like it nice and warm. Yeah.
Hey, Jumbo.
That's the key.
Jumbo, we're watching the Olympics here right now. Canada played their first game, and I remember you playing for Team Canada. Just kind of walk us through it a little bit because, we don't have access to kind of what happens. But your first Olympics, you roll into the Olympic Village or over wherever it was, I forget what it was, and, what's going through your mind?
I think just excitement, just to get to know the guys and stuff like that, and just kind of get the team rolling. But really, it's just excitement, especially going over to Italy, try to get your sleep coordinated again. It's hard to go that way as far as, your sleep pattern. So try to get your sleep situated first is probably what the guys were thinking when they went over there, to go off the hop.
Joe Thornton joining us right now on the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Joe, are you keyed in on any certain players? Obviously, you're watching Team Canada, but any other players that maybe you played with or played against that you're interested in watching the Olympics?
Oh, to be honest with you, with my kids playing all these games over here, I'm going to only watch the highlights. So I hope to see a lot of Celebrini highlights, a lot of McDavid, a lot of, guys like that. But it's such a great tournament, and I saw most of the highlights from today's game, and it's the best of the best. We've waited so long to see this, and it just you can see all the guys were pretty excited to start the tournament.
So, Joe, my kids are all young, but I love listening to Jamie and Carey, who obviously played the game at an elite level, and they're talking about their kids, and their kids are like, "Yeah, Dad, you don't know what the hell you're talking about." What's it like with your kids? They actually go to you for advice?
No, same. It's like, he's like, "Dad, you don't understand what the game feels like." I know how it is.
Jumbo, we had a doctor, okay? When I was coaching my two boys, we had a doctor that was my assistant coach. He never played hockey. He skated fine, but that's about it. My boys wouldn't listen to me. What do you know? I had to go down and tell Doc, "Hey, Doc, can you tell Ashton he needs to be the third guy high in the offensive zone?" He would listen to the Doc and wouldn't listen to me.
I know. My listens a little bit in hockey, but that's about it. But it's all good. We have so much fun, Riv. You know that. I just love it. I love being a part of it.
Joe, talk to me about your time in San Jose. If you don't know, that is Anthony's favorite team. They play the Blues pretty much every year on his birthday. It's like a tribute to our Anthony Stalter. Tell us about your time in San Jose and that city and what that organization meant to you.
It was everything. I spent, I think, almost 15 years there. So I spent a lot of time there. And then our family lives there now. So it's just the community was so great. Just like, your guys in St. Louis, the community looks after the Blues guys. I know that because I've talked to numerous of them. And the people out in San Jose are so good to us. And, I'm just trying to pay it back to him with minor hockey and just being in the community because it's been awesome.
Joe Thornton joining us right now on the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. So, Joe, apparently Rivs had a pellet in his head at one point that you...
Can I tell this story?
Yes, please.
So Riv is a little bit of a bugger, and I'm a little bit of a bugger. So we kind of get to each other. We bug at each other. But one day we're in the plane, and I'm kind of playing with his hair a little bit, and all of a sudden I feel this thing on the top of his head, and I'm like, what? What is this? And I'm feeling it, and I'm like, it feels like a pellet, because I used to shoot pellet guns as a kid. It feels like a BB. And I said, what, is this a BB? He goes, it is a BB. And Riv, you got to tell who was it? Who shot you in the head though? But somebody shot him, and the BB was still in his head. 20 years later.
Yeah, we were kids running around. We were adventurous kids. We play tag with BB guns. It wouldn't pierce the skin. It would hit you. It would hurt. Well, one kid in the neighborhood had a pellet gun, and he thought it was the same thing, and he shot me in the head with a pellet gun.
Oh man!
And needless to say, I kicked the snot out of him after that. Me and my brother both beat the piss out of him. But I had this pellet in my head, but I was so terrified to tell my parents that we were shooting guns at each other that I never said anything. And then the skin grew over it, and nobody ever knew anything until Joe decided to mess with the pellet. And then he would rub the pellet like almost every day. He'd think, I see the pellet.
That's unreal.
And then
Riv, is it still in there?
No, remember I got it. I had to have it taken out because you rubbed the pellet so many times, it became irritated. I had to go get it taken out that summer.
I think I changed it because there was some lead in there for sure. He was probably leaking lead everywhere. Unbelievable. We used to bug each other so much. So many good memories, Riv. Just the best.
What was it like to play with that version of Jamie Rivers?
Oh, well, you got to remember, I'm a few years younger, so he was Riv was a huge stud in the OHL, and that's where I went. I went to the OHL, so I knew of his game. He was the leading point getter in the OHL when I was a kid, so he had a big name, so I had to make sure to feed him as many pucks as I could. Because I know he could do a lot of damage with the puck.
What was his best attribute?
Oh, just a great teammate, but he saw the ice really, really well. You don't get 100. What did you get, Rib? 126 points in the 1 year.
Yeah,
100 what?
126.
Yeah. So you got to have a feeling of a game, and that's not taught. You just have to have a good feeling, and the feeling of his game was just was really special to play with. That's for sure, and I loved it. I love you, Riv. You know that.
I love you too, brother. Quick question though, and this is a tough one to answer probably, but did you like me better as a defenseman or a center iceman?
Well, hey, boys, you used to call him Sergei Fedorov. Because Sergei would win the Hart Trophy, but then the next year Scotty Bowman would put him on defense. So that's what I'd say.
Wow.
He was our Sergei Fedorov.
Kiss of death. My first game as a centerman, I scored 2 goals. Robbie Fedorov thought he uncovered gold.
Oh, I love it. But you guys, I listen to you guys. I enjoy listening to you guys, and keep having fun because it puts a smile on my face. All right, Raven boys?
All right. Hey, we appreciate you, John. Hey, good luck to your kids, too.
Yes. Thanks, guys. We'll talk to you soon.
Good luck, John. I love you, brother.
See ya.
Thanks, Ruby. Thanks, bud.
That's Joe Thornton, NHL veteran.
He is the best.
He's hilarious, man.
That's awesome. Dude, we had so much fun. And Joe's right. I was a couple years older than him. But Joe is like such a free spirit. Such a free spirit. So awesome. Love being at the rink. Every day he got to the rink, he was smiling, laughing, joking. Just never changed. And so I was a lot the same way. I mean, you guys know me. I like that fun, like the laugh, like the joke. Yeah. And so you have another personality like that who's a little bit younger, and all of a sudden becomes infectious in the locker room.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
He, I mean, it's hard not to be engaged with what he's saying and just laugh. It's hard not to be in a good mood after talking to him. So
you can't be in a bad mood around Joe.
Man, yeah,
he's
great
the best,
stuff.
the absolute best.
Jamie Rivers, former teammate Joe Thornton, of course, San Jose Shark great. Kerry keeps the Shark thing going, so I can take I can keep the Ravens thing going.
All right, you did it already.
I feel like it's official now, though, because we have talked about your favorite jersey being a Joe Thornton jersey, and we got to talk to the guy.
Yeah, very true.
It's official.
My favorite player, Joe Thornton.
There you go.
Of my San Jose Sharks.
Yeah, it is.
Apparently.
Look at you embracing it.
Apparently.
Now that you and Joe are tight.
Well, I got to be honest. Joe Thornton, put me over the top. But to check the schedule on the fly and see the Blues are playing the damn Sharks on March 30th, my birthday, for the second straight year, I mean, I guess I got to embrace it.
There you go.
Yeah. All right. It's Fast on 101 ESPN. Why don't we do Bet the Board right now? Marsh, how we do last night?
It looks like you and Jamie picked up points last night.
Let's go. Let's go, Knicks.
Carey did not, and I did not this morning.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Oh, no, that's
only
right.
one goal scored in the first period, 2 goals scored in each of the second and third period.
I had the Warriors plus 8.5. They were winning, Anthony, by 17.
Are you serious?
I'm not joking.
You had them plus 8.5. They're up by 7?
8.5, and they were up by 17.
They won, clearly.
They lost by 13.
You're kidding me.
I'm not.
Who did they play?
The Spurs. I was so pissed off. I'm watching that game.
How does that happen?
I'm like, what are we doing here? What are we doing? They were winning basically the entire first 3 quarters. Fourth quarter came. Nope. San Antonio went on like a 26-4 run.
I don't understand.
It was bad, man.
I know there's runs in basketball.
It was bad.
That's about as bad as I've ever heard.
17-point lead, Anthony. I felt really good. I'm like, I got plus 8.5.
You're golden.
I'm good.
Even if they don't win, they're going to lose by.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. Okay. So Jamie was still with the lead?
Yeah, Jamie has 5 points. Anthony, you and Carey have 4 points, and I have 3 points.
Wow. Okay. Jamie?
Yeah, I got to refresh here. Make sure that I've got the right odds, guys. Yeah, give me the under in the Mavericks-Lakers game. It's at 237.5. I feel like that's a bit high.
No way they're getting there.
What did you take yesterday?
I had the Knicks.
On the money line?
Yeah, and they just
They beat
pounded
the hell
snot
out of them by
whoever
like
they
40.
did. Yeah. My Pistons won again, too.
Of course they did. Yeah, they're rolling.
Yeah, they send a message. People are scared of them now.
No doubt.
I will take. It's still on me, right?
Yeah,
give me the Lakers minus 4.5 on the alt line, which is 139, 149. Minus 4.5. There you go.
Yep.
Marshy, can you give me, please and thank you, the Murray State.
Missouri?
Cougars.
Murray State. No.
Racers.
Yes.
I know that.
Murray
Close.
State Racers. Minus 2.5 on the alt line. They're playing Indiana State tonight.
Indiana State.
Sycamores.
There you go.
So we got a text earlier when we were doing our college basketball roundup because we mentioned SLU, Illinois, and Mizzou. And we got a text from 618 that said, don't forget about SIUE. They might make the tourney.
Nice.
So I'm looking at SIUE tonight. They take on SEMO in college basketball. We're going to see how good these SIUE Cougars, aren't they changing their name?
Oh, they're the Cougars.
Yeah, they're the
Edwardsville. I think they're the Cougars.
Yeah.
I thought one of these schools were changing their name.
Go
for
Cougs.
Anyways,
I think.
we're going to take the money
Text in.
line. Minus 105. They are, according to the spread, they are underdogs tonight. But a percentage of the bets placed are going for SIUE.
Can we verify that they're the Cougars?
They are the Cougars.
Yeah, they're the Cougars.
Oh, there you go.
Edwardsville, right?
All right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
Carbondale.
Nope.
SIUE. Yeah.
But there is a school that's changing their name for like a year
I don't know.
to commemorate like Route 66 or something
really?
like that. Yeah.
Get your kicks.
Oh,
Route 66.
Don't ask me.
Yeah, I don't know. No idea. The mascot, Eddie the Cougar. Eddie the Cougar. Jamie.
all right.
Yeah, here we go. SIUE Athletics is temporarily rebranding its 16 varsity teams as the SIUE 66ers for the 2026 season to celebrate the centennial of Route 66.
Nice job, Marsh. Nice work.
Sounds like a lot. You're going to change your jerseys and your... Man, I guess you got money.
Could be fun.
Nah, it's cool.
Really? Sounds
for
tough.
1 year?
For the kids.
Just do it for every year then.
I don't think the kids really care.
They care.
I think I'd rather
care
be a
about
Cougar
uniforms.
than a 66.
You'd rather be a Cougar?
I'd rather be a Cougar than a 66.
I don't blame you on that. Hey, you could join Alex Ferrario. He was a Lion.
Lindenwood?
Yep.
There you go.
And Michelob Ultra this Saturday from 1:30 to 3:30 at Ballpark Village, FanDuel Sports Live. Cheer on Team USA during the Winter Olympics and get signed up for your chance to win a signed USA men's hockey jersey. Plus, brand ambassadors will be sampling Mick Ultra. They'll be giving away other Team USA items. There will be awesome Mick Ultra specials available and more. It's all happening this Saturday from 1:30 to 3:30 with Michelob Ultra and 101 ESPN's Alex Ferrario at FanDuel Sports Live inside Ballpark Village. Get all the details now at 101ESPN.com. We'll wrap up the show next on 101 ESPN.
ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. We are about to wrap up the show, but if you missed anything from today's show, make sure you go to 101ESPN.com or check out the free Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN ESPN mobile app. Just head to the podcast page and you'll find all of our interviews, including the 2 that we had today with Chris Kerber and Joe Thornton. And if you missed any of our shows, we have all the shows for you. It's all brought to you by the Schaefer Door Company. This Sports Center update is brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer.
If you missed anything from today's show, you can always download the podcast available at 101ESPN.com or on the Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. All the podcasts brought to you by Schaefer Door Company. Let's find out what everybody learned today. Carey, what'd you learn today?
I learned that Jamie had a pellet in his head that was rubbed too many times by Joe Thornton.
Oh, boy.
And he had to have it removed.
One for the books, huh?
Yeah.
Jamie, what'd you learn today?
I learned that Andrew Marsh has absolutely zero compassion to losing fan bases that have been suffering for decades.
Yeah.
Jeez.
That's harsh, man.
I don't.
Yeah, there.
Marshy, what'd you learn today?
Wow, what did I learn? I did learn the pellet thing. Carey kind of took mine, so...
Carey.
No, it's fine.
Damn it, Carey.
I learned that...
Damn it, Bobby, what in the hell?
Anthony secretly doesn't like Mizzou sports.
Oh, wow.
That's not true at all.
Wow.
It's not a secret.
It's not a secret at all.
It's not a secret.
It's not true. What I said was I could root for Mizzou. I could say how great they are, and their fan base will still not be happy.
Oh, with you.
With me. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm not a believer. So, yeah, what I learned today was that Carey's all in on me being a San Jose Shark fan. He introduced me to Joe Thornton, of all people, as a Sharks fan.
Hey, man.
I felt like it gave you...
You're welcome.
Truce is over.
I felt like it gave you some street cred with Joe, though. Like, it's almost like he felt like he was broing out with you for a minute.
He seemed, he did seem like
Anthony?
he was excited about that.
Yeah.
So,
You're welcome.
yeah, Carey. Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Your day's coming. I got all kinds of stats.
He is wearing
and
purple.
facts on Lamar Jackson.
Come on, man.
Well, to get the Ravens beat writer on the show.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
That's not
After they get beat by the Steelers, sure.
Oh, come on. You know,
Better watch
that.
it.
Marshy,
Better believe it.
got those 3 stars waiting for us?
Yes, of course.
It's time for the Fast Lane's 3 Stars of the Day, presented by Circus Sports. No bet fees ever with the world's largest sports book, now at your fingertips in Illinois and Missouri.
Our 3rd star of the day goes out to bubble hockey.
Yeah, let's
The
go.
correct way to play bubble
The correct
hockey,
way,
though.
of course. Yeah. Love bubble
Not just
hockey.
any way.
Let's bubble.
Our 2nd star of the day goes out to
Bubble.
one of the newer hip-hop artists out there, Lindbergh. Or
Lace.
Yeah.
Equally as good.
Yeah.
Duo.
Oh, yeah, there's a duo. New man on the Minnesota Wild.
And our 1st star of the day goes out to Jumbo Joe Thornton.
Yeah.
Trigger.
Good stuff from Joe today.
Very cool.
Yeah, make sure you download that podcast if you missed that interview with Jumbo Joe Thornton. Well, tomorrow's not a Freedom Friday, so that makes me sad. But it should be. Yeah. Are you going to miss Freedom Friday? While you're in Mexico?
He'll be here.
Yeah, I'll be back.
The 27th.
Yeah, so you'll be
I'm gone
back.
all next week.
Yeah.
But I'll miss you guys.
Really?
I'll wish I was here.
I wish you were here.
I wish you were here.
Carey.
Wish you were Creed.
Oh my God.
No.
Damn it.
That's not. He's
Is
not.
it close?
He's not deaf. He's not
All right,
that
give me a
far.
letter. Give me a letter. Give me a letter.
I mean, it's
Give me a
it's
letter.
I.
It's not even close. They don't even sound the same.
They don't,
who
but
that
at least
is.
he's in somewhat of a
rock category?
I guess. I mean, normally he'd say the Beatles.
Yeah.
I would
He'll never get this.
With an I?
I-N-C.
Indica.
You.
Indica. I-N-C. Indica.
Yeah.
Included. Inclusive. Currency. Incubate.
Yeah.
What'd you do on your time?
Yeah, you're right.
Is that right?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, sure is.
Come on, you gotta go with it.
What is it?
Incubus.
I was close, man.
No, you really weren't.
By the way, breaking news: Ole Miss quarterback Trinidad Chambliss granted 6 year of eligibility.
Look at that.
By a Mississippi State court judge.
Yeah, he got paid off.
Congrats.
Allegedly.
I bet he went to Ole Miss.
Wait, let me see this case. This young man should go back to school.
Yeah, he's not ready for
Ole Miss. All right, that'll do it for us. For Andrew Marsh, for Kerry Davis, for Jamie Rivers, I'm Anthony Stalter. See you.